goal here at the JC Low Oval. We're 4 minutes away from the bounce of the ball between the Yarrawonga Pigeons and the Middleford Alpine Saints. Blake Penderescott with you, your host and commentator this afternoon. Lukey Francis alongside me for the Wangaratta Pump Shop, and David Dawson-Wink on the 40-wing stat sheet. But we'll take this opportunity to head down to the boundary. Bobby J with the BJ7 hat on in the sunshine, and the captains are getting together for the coin toss. Bobby J.
Yeah, the Yarrawonga captain Harry Wheeler's rolled into the middle to meet Mitchy Del Bosco from the Myrtleford Saints, just shaking hands with the umpires, and just a beautiful day out here, so there's not a breath of wind to worry about, and they've just tossed a coin, and Harry Wheeler's won the toss and decided to kick the Lake Mulwala end of the ground where Yarrawonga are currently warming up. And just one that stands out for me is Lukey Francis' man, young Fraser. He's out here and he's looking pretty sharp. He's ready to roll. Beautiful day for footy out here. We've got a club in Myrtleford who's had a lot going on the last couple of weeks, so they can't wait for footy to get rolling and get stuck into it. They look like they're up and about and really united, whereas Yarrawonga, this is their chance to take a scalp and really move into September and say, well, we're here to play, we're not just here to make up the numbers. So, boys, I can't wait. If you can't tell, I'm sort of a little bit pumped with the music in the background.
We can tell, Bobby. We can tell.
And the sun's out in...
How's the strut on the great man out in the middle of the ground?
He loves it, our man Bobby J. David Wink will head to you, who was on the 40-wing stat sheet today. And if you can run through some of the numbers and where these teams rank as well.
So for Yarrawonga, we'll take Harry and Willie Wheeler, Dan Howe, Zach Fraser and Nick Fothergill. And then for Murderford, Jackson East, Riley Smith, Simon Curtis, Ashley McPherson and Mitchy Del Bosco. They're pretty even in the centre clearances, ranked 4th and 5th in the competition. And then inside 50s, Murderford ranked 1st, Yarrawonga 6th. The one where Murderford really stand out, though, is their marks inside 50. They're ranked number 1 in the competition. Yarrawonga's 3rd. And then for intercept marks, Yarrawonga is 5th, Murderford 2nd, averaging 15 intercept marks.
That's why you're the best in the business, David Dawson-Wink. Bobby J will head down to you. Both teams are in their huddles. Yarrawonga are walking to their positions. Who do you think wins this game and why, Bobby J? I
just think Yarrawonga. There's something in my loins, being at home and a fast deck, and yeah, I just think that they want to stake a claim come September time, and it's just a gut feel, nothing more than that. Yeah, Murderford, as you mentioned in pre-match, beautifully penned. They just seem a little bit depleted and missing a few soldiers. So I think we're going to see a different Yarrawonga today.
What about you, Lukey Francis?
Yeah, I'll go the Pigeons by less than the kick, Panda. I don't think there'll be much in it at all, as we know. Both teams coming off 3 wins straight. We're in for a terrific game of footy. What about yourself?
I think Yarrawonga, and I'd love your prediction of under a kick to come true, because you all know that I curse games of football in this league, and when I call, they're usually pretty one-sided. What about you, David Dawson-Wink?
I tip Murderford. I reckon they still got enough to get it done, and I'll buy 10 points.
Okay, so a close one for Winky, under a kick for Lukey Francis, and I'll pick the Yarrawonga Pigeons as well, hopefully in a tight game. So we'll watch where certain players are going to line up as both teams are walking to their positions here at the JC Low Oval, round 13, second week. 6 games of the year left for both Yarrawonga and Myrtleford, and for all clubs in the Ovens of Murray. Yarrawonga entered this game on a 3-game win streak. Likewise, Myrtleford, who are sitting in 3rd position and want some breathing room between them and the Wodonga Bulldogs. Umpire Ash Broughton holds the footy aloft. We're underway by Lukey Francis for A-grade Alls and Batteries.
Yeah, here we go in Yarrawonga. East had a crack at it. Del Bosco tried to shift it out to Maraca. Picking it up, Willie Wheeler. He's having a great season and sends it down towards centre-half forward. Mark taken, though, by Wallace. And he wants to come laterally for the Saints, so they have it on half-back. They shift it up towards centre wing. Here's Jai Gribben again. So just in front of the grandstand here in Pigeon Land. Short one to Riccardi. Must have only just gone the required distance. Takes the mark in front of Jakes. Opening term for A-grade Alls and Batteries. Second half of the split round. Down towards the arc of the 50. East, good mark on the second attempt. There's 60 out the Saints. They're kicking towards the southern end. That ball was touched going inside. Irvin had to get it on the boot quickly. Back at bootlace level. Comes out the back. Players pile on. We'll have a stoppage. 35 out from the main entrance end.
50 seconds gone for Club Mulwala. Riley's over this football for the Saints. What a start to his senior career the boy from Morale has had. Was the match winner back in round 7 against North Albury with 2 last quarter goals. Kicked 2 against Albury a couple of weeks ago. Curtis just pushed Wilson out of the contest. Riley Smith snapping on goal for the Saints. It's touched over the line by Zach Forge for the Yarrawonga Pigeons. So Myrtleford one behind. Yarrawonga yet to score. Here's Luke Francis for the Wang Pump Shop as Nick Irvine brings the football back in for the Pigeons.
Here he goes in the sleeves. And Nick, and he goes with a long one. Good 50-metre kick, looking for Urquhart. Good hands out there by Jordan. He's calling for someone to lead at him. Long down the Burleigh Road side. Curtis takes front spot. In front of Finlay, ball knocked out of bounds. We'll go down to the great Bob Jackson for Avis Wangaratta.
Yeah, as you can tell, Riley Smith started out of a goal square today, boys, and Tommy Gorman's gone to him in the matchup that we thought that might have happened, but to have Riley Smith start so deep so early was a little bit of a surprise to me.
Gribben dishes out to East, into the corridor, Riccardi, and then loops one over the top. Here's Damon Harrington breaking away, low ball towards the arc. Murphydale picks it up in front of Forge, swings around, does Lockie, left foot heading for Smith. Ball knocked away, Cam Wilson on the boot. Harley Curtis was being held, umpire said play on. Max Finlay dodges around, handballs over the top to Fraser, and out the back to Fothergill. Looking for space, they retreat to Wheeler, East on him, and then back to Fothergill.
Fothergill tied up against the paint. Inboard kicks a beauty, getting his head chopped off there was Finlay, but takes a strong mark for the Yarrawonga Pigeons. On true centre wing in front of the scoreboard where the Yarrawonga portraits are being rotated behind us. Good venue here at the JC Low. Finlay goes to half forward, lands in front of his intended target, and Harrington sweeps up for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Couple of possessions, goes down the line, finds Jai Gribben, who fumbles that one over the boundary line. It will be thrown back in. A little bit off the play ball, Bobby J. Nothing untoward.
No, I just think that's a welcome to Saturday afternoon by Simon Curtis, who I think is getting the tagging job with Maxi Finlay's going to... Yes, Maxi Finlay's gone to Simon Curtis.
So there's a free kick here. Was that out of the ruck or was that 20 or 30 metres off the footy? Anyway, Jack Elliott is the recipient of this free kick for Yarrawonga. He goes short and finds that man on cue, Max Finlay. I have no idea why teams don't tag Simon Curtis more often in this comp. He is a star as Finlay high up and under. Oh, the big fly came from Benny Cogill. Completely messed with the footy. Out the back, McKenna snaps on goal for Yarrawonga. Ran into an open goal in the end. All the players missed it. Cogill flew high and Yarrawonga on the board, 1 straight 6.
We spoke about this guy early in the pre-match, and he hasn't let us down at all, has he, fellas? He's kicked 24 goals for the season, and he's got the first one on the board today. He's a live wire, and he's starting to become that loyal lieutenant to Big Leroy up in that forward 50, and that was a quality finish. Read the ball well off the back of the pack and finished beautifully.
Yeah, you're spot on, Bob. That's goal number 25 in his first season in the Ovens and Murray from 13 games. He's an absolute star, Charlie McKenna.
Yeah, G's been good, and as we said in the pre-game, the only Pigeon on the Doug Strang leaderboard this year. Back in the centre, here's Elliott. She's having a good 2026. Wallace, though, on half-back for the Saints, who started well today. Lays it off to Ashton McPherson. 35-metre kick, picking up Declan Bren. Just forward of centre wing on the Burleigh Road side. Looking around for a fellow Saint. Surveys his options, goes down the line. Bailey Fraunfelder got pushed out of the contest. Finlay, he's been busy early. Taken across the chalk. And we will have a boundary throw-in. Gee, no excuses today, Bobby. The conditions are absolutely perfect.
Yeah, as I failed to mention in the pre-match, there's no Zephyr out here, Lukey. It's absolutely still, and it's perfect for football.
Yeah, love it. Boundary umpire hurls it back into play. A lot of numbers at this contest. Mitch Del Bosco. Now here's East again. Tumbles one forward. Truan takes the mark. So Jack has a chance to respond. He's on a tight angle, Bobby.
Yeah, this guy spent some time in the reserve grade and done his penance there, and he's back into the side. He'd be wanting to really play some really good football leading into the finals charge. And with those pink boots, yeah, I think he's come ready to play.
Yeah, you're right about that. So the Pigeons already with one on the board through Charlie McKenna. Jack Truant trying to square the ledger at JC Low Oval. Gee, that's a nice strike. No, a minor score through for a behind. So 6 playing 1 here on the 6 playing 2, I should say, on the scoreboard. Opening term here.
Luke Francis for the Wangaratta Pump Shop. David Wink on the 40-wing stat sheet as Whooper Irvine kicks the footy in. It's an interesting one. Hung a long time in the air and East almost intercepted. Harry Wheeler with the calm jukes for Yarrawonga. Marks deep in defence on the club room's grandstand side here at the JC Long down the line. Big pack of players, and standing up tall there was Ben Cokill. And he's on centre wing. Waits for all of his teammates to run in the forward half of the ground. Modern day football, hey. Sits this up, looking for a teammate there with Matt and Finlay. McKenna swoops in this footy. Instead of blazing away, spots up Lee Williams. Oh, I reckon that ball hit the deck.
It did.
He's having a little smile, Lee Williams. He slid in low, but it doesn't matter. The mark has been paid, and he will line up for the Pigeons second, 40 metres out slide angle.
Mitchy Del Bosco's asking for that decision to go upstairs. I think it was touch and go, but we saw that the other night on the TV. But a slow motion would have suggested that probably got there on the full. But McKenna to Williams, what a combination.
He could have blazed away, Charlie McKenna. Spot up the lead from Lee Williams. Was named an emergency. He's in a late in. And he's pushed that one across the face. So Yarrawonga moved to 1-1. Myrtleford are 2 behinds. That's on the Macca's scoreboard. First term for A-grade oars and batteries.
Rarely misses a target, this man, Simon Curtis. Let's have a look from the fullback position. Going for big Riley Smith. Over the pack it goes. Fothergill picks it up to Charlie McKenna. Willie Wheeler back on the left foot. Sends it just to the edge of the 50. Ferguson tried to get a hand to it. And that's gone out of bounds on the full off Ben Cokill's foot. So the Saints will win it back through Nick Ferguson.
Can you find out who the teammate that came out for Lee Williams was, Bobby J? I'll give you that little task if we can.
No worries, mate. I will. Just one for Winky while we're throwing out homework. Do you think McKenna scoring 25 goals for the season so far, Winky? Do you reckon that's given Leroy a bit of freedom and a bit more space up front, knowing that they've got a dangerous duo?
Bobby, the boundary umpires and field umpires conferred here is actually going to be a boundary throwing, so they took a time to deliberate. So Elliott to East, who's been busy, to McPherson, Ashton, long one out of defensive 50, looking for Smith and Gorman. They're in a one-on-one. Ball's gone out of bounds. Sorry, Bobby, back to you.
Yeah, I just said to Winky, do you think that McKenna's role and improvement has given Leroy a bit more space in that forward 50?
I think it probably allows Leroy to just take the best defender out there and give a little bit more space to him and have that confidence that there's someone else who can kick a score.
Great boundary thrown from the young girl, doing the hard yards today. Maracca's kick was a beauty. Could have blazed away, and Riley Smith, the Morris Medal favourite, marks just outside 50, tied up against the boundary. Likes a lead in the pocket from Murphy Dale, and the kick was spectacular. And Murphy Dale just fumbled the footy over the line. He should have taken that one. Would have been a shot on goal. It's a boundary throw in deep in the pocket for the Saints.
I reckon he was looking straight in the sun there, Panda.
Yep.
That's the finger point he got after he dropped that mark.
Even if he wasn't, use it as an excuse, Lockie. Boundary throw in. No ruckman were able to get near that ball. Fothergill over the footy. Looks like he's playing on the pill today as Mitchy Del Bosco brings him down in a strong tackle. 8 minutes gone for Club Mile Whaler. Make it 9 minutes gone in this first quarter. Yarrawonga lead 7-2. The only goal this game coming to Charlie McKenna. McPherson trying to grab the football for the Saints. Down low was Cogill. Put his teammate under the pump as Declan Brand tackles Wilson. And we have a ball up right in front of our commentary position, 50 metres out from Myrtleford goal.
Blake Escott for the Wang Pump Shop. David Wink on the 40 Wink stats. And Bob Jackson downstairs for Avis Wang. There's Jakes. And Fraser in a battle with McPherson, who's at the bottom. And the umpire's going to take it in here. So just down in front of our broadcast spot. 7 playing 2. Pigeons up by 5 points in the opening term. Second half of the split round. This one coming to you live through 102.1 Edge FM. Maracca got a handball out of the pack. Brand, nice work to side banks. Short ball to Murphy Dale. Now he's 55 out. Nice work into Smith. Good footy, Bobby.
Yeah, when they're on and they can run the footy and move with freedom, they're as good as anybody, Myrtleford. And that's Yarrawonga's hurdle at the moment. They've just got to stop the run and gun. There's a bit of freedom for Jackson East around the stoppages, and they're trying to shut down Simon Curtis. But Ashton McPherson, Maracca and Miota, you've got to keep an eye on all of them because they give them a little bit of space and kick into this fella. They're dangerous.
He's a gem, this guy. I've got no doubt there'll be teams at the elite level taking a good look at this bloke. He jams it through. There's the first for Smith in round 13. And the Pigeons get their second.
He's an absolute star. You're spot on, Lukey. But what the Myrtleford Saints do really well, Bob, is They don't blaze away. They've got Big Riley there. They don't kick it on his head at the top of the goal square. He'll quite often take marks 30, 35 metres out, and they use that little chip that Lachie Murphy-Dale did then really to their advantage and go back and have set shots. And he's such a beautiful kick when he has a set shot for goal.
And now they're dealing with Sharp and Smith in a different formation. Sharp's going deep, and Smith has pretty much gone to the first kick out of the centre about 35 metres out. And
don't forget, Lachie Murphy-Dale's won a Doug Strain medal too, so he's pretty dangerous.
He's number one in my eyes in terms of kicking the football in the comp, Riley Smith. He is a star as Myrtleford edges the football up to half forward here. Murphy-Dale kicks it over the line, and it will be thrown back in next to the Snapprint Solutions tent out there on the far side.
Is it just me, boys, or does Lachie Murphy-Dale look like he's on top of the ground and he's fittest we've seen him for a while?
When he comes to play, he is so dangerous. We forget that sometimes. Fothergill was met hard from Maraca, crunched Wilson. Edges of the football into the middle of the JC Low Oval. Saints there with all the numbers. Calvin picks it up, retreats. Back to Brady Sharp. Kicks this to space, and it's a good one. Harrington's fast. Wanted to play on. He does. Into the pocket. Just a little bit too wide for Riley Sharp, and it's over the line for another boundary throw-in.
Just watching their Panda, the spread from Myrtleford on a day like today is their weapon, and they're spreading from stoppages and from turnovers like the team that we know they can, and that's a real big danger sign for Yarrawonga. They've got to shut it down at the source.
Boundary throw in southern end. Smith front spot, got a fist to it. Murphy-Dale to Banks, heading for home. That one going out of bounds. So at the moment, it is the Saints 1-8, leading the Pigeons 1-7 on the Macca's scoreboard. Wink, what's your best?
Well, Murtleford are having all the ball in their forward 50. They've had 6 inside 50s to 2 here early in this first term.
Throw in the pocket. Young lady, that one a little short. Smith goes for it. And now Gorman to Bailey Fraunfelder, left foot. So they work it out of defence. Gribben got an arm to it. Sharp, he's Brady. And he just pops it up. It's a high one. Smith coming at this too. Nice work from Goodwin to get a fist to it. Ferguson taken by Cokill. Ball out of bounds just in front of us, Panda.
Certainly is for the Wangaratta pump shop. Anything you're noticing down on the boundary, Bobby Joe, that's pressing for Avis?
I knew you did. I was just about to take a mouthful of my drink.
I could see you, Bobby. That's why I did it.
Bloody bugger, aren't you? No, both sides are really trying to get their game plans in place. Myrtleford want to run with the footy, and Yarra want to control the footy.
Heaved off the ground by Ferguson. Only went as far, though, as Bailey Fraunfelder. Basil at half-back. That's where he's lining up today for Yarrawonga. He didn't even go off his line there. He's called to play on. Had to go short to Harry Wheeler. You can hear his teammates yelling at him. He tries to get around Del Bosco, who probably should have given away a free kick down the field. Goes down the line. Running onto this football is McKenna. He's got space and pace. He's got an open goal square. Kicks towards Fothergill. Was pushed in the back. Umpire said play on. Curtis, clever little tap in defence. Murphy-Dale lends a hand, helping out his defence under the pump. Goes back to Brady Sharp, and they can calm things down here, Myrtleford. It's in the hand of Strapikis. He goes short to Riccardi, leading up and providing an option in defence. So 8 plays 7, a goal apiece at the 13th minute mark for Club Mulwala. Myrtleford lead by 1 point for A-grade Oils and Batteries.
So Brody hemmed up. Now he wants to switch the footy out to the Burley Road side. Good kick. And picks up Brady Sharp. So Brady has got Ferguson running for him. We'll go very shortly to David Wink because he's got some news coming through from Burley Park where it's the Wang Maggies up against the Raiders. Wink, we'll go to you now. What have you got there?
I'm not 100% sure of the trust of the source, but it sounds like Tommy Brasher has broken his arm.
Gee.
Which, of course, Nick broke his leg last week, but like I said, I'm not sure of the source. I'm just doing a bit more work on that one, Lukey.
In the meantime, Cy Banks has broken clear, and he gets it into Riley Sharp, and the Saints will have a shot from 40 out of a southern end.
Sharp movement of the footy there, wasn't it? That's what we spoke about in regards to controlling Myrtleford at the source. Otherwise, you're playing Russian roulette with the footy in hand, with the way they run. And, if the big names don't get you, the second stringers will. And Cy Banks there with a quality finish inside 50 to Sharpie.
Riley Sharp back into the Saints lineup after an injury layoff. Directly in front, 40 out, puts it up, wobbly off the boot. He likes it though, he's got it, Riley.
Oh.
So the Saints get their second now, 14 plays 7. What did you see, Mr. Escott?
Well, the Yarrawonga players were pleading that was a behind. So the one with the 2 flags said otherwise, Bobby J.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They got the final say, haven't they, Panda? So just to back over it, to stop a team running, you just control the source and control the stoppage and control the turnovers a little bit better, and allow your teammates to get into position to defend the run and flow. And Yarrawonga are just a little bit slow at the moment, trying to adjust to that.
Alrighty, so 14 plays 7 here. Myrtle for the last 2 goals after Charlie McKenna opened the scoring for the Pigeons. Out of the middle, Willie Wheeler just fumbled the football. You don't say that too often. Maraka was asleep at the wheel. He was pounced on by Fraser. We have a secondary stoppage to the left of the centre circle. Just forward to centre here for Yarrawonga, who haven't had much of the footy, it's fair to say, outside of the first couple of minutes. As Riccardi tackles Wilson. How many inside 50s, Winky?
7-2 Murderford's way, and they're having a lot of the play. Jackson East 5 disposals, running hot on the 40-week stat sheet.
They've certainly come to play at a venue where they were in front by 5 goals last year and ended up losing. They don't win here too often. Calvin edges the football forward here for Myrtleford. Likewise, Truan punches it to his own advantage, sets sail for goal and kicks it out in the full. Did all the hard yards, Jack Truan, and then sprayed it out of bounds on the full, and it'll be thrown back. It'll be a free kick to Yarrawonga. No score, 14 plays 7. Myrtleford up by 7.
Here's Gorman, back pocket, high ball, Urquhart winding up. Got one grab at it, and then he was taken down, so he will win the free kick. Riley Calvin to man the mark here. Hope you're enjoying the action on O&M Live. On a Saturday afternoon, here's Urquhart wanting the corridor to Willie Wheeler. Now what's he got on, Willie? To Wilson. Cam flicks it over the top. So they're out here, the Pigeons. They swing it wide to Jakes. Now he's 60 from home. Can he find a hoop player inside 50? Williams, has he got it? No, he couldn't reel it in. Grant, here goes Reese after the footy. Cogill after him. Reese Grant, good footy. Now he couldn't keep control of it. He's taken down and he's caught holding the ball, Bobby.
Yeah, forward line pressure. Your coaches love that, and that was a great run down from behind from Benny Cogill, and to turn the footy over in such a dangerous spot gives them an opportunity to score here.
Irvin tries to stab one in. Fraser. Gee, he's got some talent, this kid. And I'd probably back him in from here, Bobby. I reckon he'll run around on the right foot and hook it through.
You'd back him in from the splash park, mate.
Well, you're probably right.
But what a pass by Whooper. That was fantastic. That was right on the money.
Zach Fraser. This guy had an injury layoff also with a shoulder injury, that one to the near side, a minor score. So 14 playing 8 here, 14 playing 8. The Saints up over the Pigeons, and that is on the Macca's scoreboard.
Yeah, Yarrawonga getting a bit of the play. They've had a couple of repeat inside 50s. That forward pressure's been good. They just need to take their chances.
Luke Francis and Blake Penderecka with you here for the Wang Pump Shop. As Curtis have the kick-in duties. Goes to the ruckman. Big Tommy Goodwin brought down by Riley Smith. Umpire Ash Broughton says, give it to me. It's a long way up there for big Tommy Goodwin. Great to have him back in the ovens of Murray. One of best and fairest at Corowa in his first year. And we forget how good he was in that COVID year. Smith to Riccardi. Spins out of traffic. Left foot. Hugs the boundary line. And I reckon it's out of bounds on the full in front of the scoreboard here at the JCLO Oval, where Myrtleford lead by 1 straight kick. 14 plays 8. Hit the last 2 goals of this game. Irvine, short, about 15 metres, finds Harry Wheeler. Wants to give it back to Irvine here. He's not able to. And every player is in the Yarrawonga half of the ground. He runs about 15 metres and penetrates the kick to no avail. Riley Smith, a wonderful intercept mark for Myrtleford. A Mawson's concrete mark of the day.
Smith comes to the broadcast side of Maraka. Here's Josh. Out to McPherson. So just on the edge of defensive 50. High to centre wing. East up against Wilson. Gee, that's a good battle. East got taken off the footy. Look at Calvin.
Oh.
Just got rid of young Hunter Fraunfelder. Back to Jackson East. Good footy from the Saints. Look at that free kick. Bailey Fraunfelder taken over the shoulder. Wins the free kick for the Pigeons. Now he's got a free man in Jakes. He'll get him, Willie, on half-back. He's under pressure from Riccardi. He's got him pinned. Yep, good decision from the umpire. Did a 360, Jake. So
did a 720, Lukey.
Brody's not taking much time with this. He got it in fast, but the ball's going to come back. Yeah.
Just a quick one, lads. Cam Wilson's got the job running with Jackson East. Good luck to him and his legs tomorrow.
Okay, so Bob Jackson wishing some players all the best. David,
I would too.
What are your thoughts?
I've seen Cam Wilson put on his ass about 10 times in his first quarter, so that doesn't surprise me at all if he's running with Jackson
If
East.
anyone can do it, he's as tough as buggers as Cam Wilson. He'll be right.
I've never seen a running man like Jackson East. I'd love to see his GPS numbers. He is phenomenal.
Jack Costello would be right up there for mine, Bobby J. His GPS numbers are off the charts. Yeah, I reckon a free kick has been given away here against Lockie Murphy-Dale.
What for,
I
Panda?
reckon it was just to push off the footy on Hunter Frontfelder, just out of the corner of my eye. So Yarrawonga have a free kick in defence. Irvine pops it over the top about 4 metres. And Blake Keanes has it for the Pigeons. Beautiful conditions to footy. No excuses today. Keanes, his kick out of bounds on the full. They're going to come straight back here for Myrtleford. So the easiest of kicks has gone out of bounds on the full. 14 plays 8. Myrtleford up with the last 2 here. On the Macca's scoreboard, first quarter for A-grade oils and batteries. They're going to try and switch the football here. Oh, Riccardi back to Sharp. Had enough time to drop the mark, fumble, and pick it up and kick it to McPherson. Now they're in their own D50, but they've switched the footy.
Wallace, again, across half-back to Maraca, who makes it. Centre wing, broadcast side. 35-metre kick, a good one to East. 14 playing 8, Saints up over the Pigeons. In they go towards 50. Oh, gee, going back was Finlay. Fothergill's broken away here. He's bursting through the corridor. He's had 2 bounces. Now he's got to try and level up and hit a target. Pops it up. McKenna can't get it on the second attempt. Now he's gone. Harrington's got him. Play goes on. 35 out from goal here. Lake Mulwala end. McKenna still going after the footy. Off the ground goes Curtis. And it's touched. He concedes. So 14 playing 9 here. 14 playing 9. Saints up over the Pigeons on the Macca's scoreboard. We've gone 22 thanks to Club Mulwala.
Bobby J, boundary side for
Yeah,
Avis.
they'd be really disappointed with that forward entry by Fothergill. They had, young Fraser had his opponent on the bit, and Lee Williams had the stronger side of his opponent, and they took the Charlie McKenna option, which was probably the lesser of all 3. So they'd love to have that time over again, and you won't get many opportunities to get a free-flowing forward 50 than that.
Simon Curtis, Asher McPherson up to 5 disposals on the 40-inch stat sheet. Jackson.
Josh Maraca was taken very high by Willie Wheeler.
that was right in front of me, Panda. I reckon that was well umpired.
Okay.
I don't think that was a perfect piece of umpiring.
The Myrtleford bench disagree, as they should. Miotto out of the stoppage. Forward hand pass. East was crunched by Urquhart. Wilson, his kick out of bounds on the full. We'll get back to you, Winky, now.
Yeah, so Jackson East, that was his 8th disposal, that little handball there, but Simon Curtis and Asher McPherson up to 5 disposals. Nick Fothergill for 5 disposals as well for Yarrawonga.
We've played 23 minutes for Club Mulwala. It must have been a free kick here for Cam Wilson, Bobby J. Can only think it was for downfield.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it should have been, because it was just after he kicked the footy.
Okay,
He's blowing real big time, Cam Wilson.
His kick finds Max Finlay, and Max Finlay's
50.
kick. Bobby J, over to you. What for?
Yeah, the old-fashioned stand rule, boys, has caught has caught the man on the mark off, and that's a fair old 50, and Maxi Finlay will have a shot on goal here.
Right, okay. So a 50 against the Saints here, and Max Finlay has a chance to put the Pigeons in front. 9 plays 14 here in the first quarter for A-grade oils and batteries. And the boy from the CSU Bush Pigs up in the Farrer League, Lukey Francis, your part of the world.
That's it, Panda. I think he's down from this way originally, but spent time up at the Bushies.
The Ag College up there. Maxi Finlay, steady approach.
Oh.
Absolutely shanks it off the side of the boot. And it goes out of bounds on the full. The boundary umpire's over as well.
Big Sharpie just squashed him.
It's out of bounds on the full. No score. 14 plays 9. Myrtleford still up for Maccas.
Yeah, so we haven't had a lot of scoring in the first term, but okay. Oh, Del Bosco had to hang on to what he did. High pressure mark in that situation. So 40 out defensively. Lake Mulwala end. I was going to say we haven't had much scoring in the opening term, but signs already indicating that this game is going to be a beauty.
That boundary umpire was 6'3" before the start of the game, and Big Sharpie landed on him. Now he's about 5'2".
He's taken about 4 inches off him.
Okay, so we'll have a boundary throw in. 70 out from goal. Here's the umpire about to swing it back into play on the far side. Gribben, front spot, grabbed it. Maraca on the boot. Straight up in the air. Fisted by Cokehill into the hands of Del Bosco. Now, this is a dangerous switch. So Harrington's going to have to go after this quickly. Finlay's after him, and the ball reaches the boundary line, and it is out of bounds. Rightio, David Wink, your cue for 40 Winks.
Willie Wheeler leading the way in the midfield. He's had the 4 touches. They'd like to get the ball in his hands a little bit more, I think, get some more attacking play started from the middle of the ground.
I'll tell you what, Bobby J, Myrtleford have played this beautifully because Jake Sharp is actually running water today, and he would be like an extra runner and coach out on the ground pretty much 24/7 for the Saints.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier, Big Sharpie, just carrying a water bottle. That's just a smart move.
Absolutely, as Frontfelder penetrates inside 50 here for Yarrawonga. Big pack of players here. Can they snag a late one in the first quarter? Myrtleford chain it up out of defence though. Maraka onto Riccardi. He kicks to half forward. Riley Sharp's got about a metre on Whooper Irvine. He gets shoved in the back. Yep, that is a free kick, and then Whooper gets cleaned up by Jake Riley. A little bit overzealous. That's what we like to see here on O&M Live. Sharp is now called to play on. He's going to kick this into the pocket. Bit of a sidewinder. Finds Jackson East resting forward. Swings it across his body to full forward, and a beauty of a kick. Was it a hold on Curtis? I think, in fact, it was Gribben. Surely. Umpire says play on. McKenna deep in defence here for Yarrawonga. Wrong part of the ground for him. They clear defence, and Finlay takes a wonderful mark grandstand side, just backward to centre wing.
Well, I thought it was a hold on Gribben too, Panda. The umpire was 4 or 5 metres away, didn't call it.
He was right there, wasn't he?
Yep. Here's Elliott. Backward to centre wing, broadcast side, into Wilson. He's a good player, this guy. I tell you now, inside to Frontfelder, left foot. So we're right on the eve of quarter time here. Bouncing ball inside 50. And in fact, there it is. That is the first break at JC Low Oval in Yarrawonga. We're at the moment, the visiting team, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, have a 5-point lead, 2-2-14, leading the Yarrawonga Pigeons 1-3-9. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Goals kicked in a subdued opening quarter here at the JC Low Oval, but the Middleford Alpine Saints with a 5-point lead, 2-14 at Yarrawonga 139. Blake Penderescott with you, Lukey Francis. We've got Bobby Jackson and David Wink. Down to you, Winky, please, with our Premix King quarter's best from the opening quarter.
Yeah, for Murderford, Jackson, he's run an absolute muck. He had 9 disposals and a couple of those little chip kicks that he does and what he's known for really opened it up. And then for Yarrawonga, I thought Nick Irvine was their best across half-back. Took a few intercepts, and then that kick that he nailed in sub-forward 50 was brewing as well.
Beautiful. We'll head down to Bobby. Yep. We'll just see where you're up to at the moment, Bob Jackson, for Avis Wang.
Yeah, I've got injured star here. Gibbo, you're pretty close to playing today, mate.
Yeah, put my hand up, but they've held me back one more, unfortunately.
You have to be happy with the way the boys played in that second half of that quarter.
Yeah, first 15 was a bit disappointing. Mert looked really good. We made them look good. They're pretty quick and nippy, so we just need to be able to take the sting out of it. A few more kick marks, break even in the stoppage, and we'll be all right.
It was nice to see experienced heads like Whooper and Basil behind the footy to help out that back six.
Yeah, Basil was massive in that last second half, so we're a little bit undermanned down there back this game. So if we can hold up there and get some numbers behind the footy, that's how we're going to have to stem the flow a bit.
You look pretty promising moving forward on the other side of it, getting the ball on your terms. You had some space in that forward line for McKenna and Big Leroy.
Yeah, at the moment it's if we can get them on that transition, get numbers behind the ball and then beat them out on transition, I reckon that's where we'll win it. Little forwards, Charlie and Foz and that, getting at the feet of Leroy will be all right.
Thanks, mate. Good boy. Thank you.
His star is Michael Gibbons, and let's just hope that he can get a half-decent run at it, because he will be like a new recruit for Yarrawonga come September, Lukey. If they can get him right, watch out for the Pigeons in September.
That is a guy that if he can break a game open in 5 minutes, Mick Gibbons. We all know that. So if he can get half fit and get some continuity, a 2 or 3 week block, look out.
Alrighty, so the rock music playing here at the JC Low Oval, which is what we love. They like to play music. They like to make it an experience here at the JC Low Oval with the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Might go around the grounds if we can, please, Winky, for Everton Farm Supplies. There's some blowouts at the moment in the other games, please.
Yeah, it's just loading up for me, Blake. Wang Magpies 28, lead Raiders 8. Of course, Murderford 14-9 here up over the Pigeons. And then Cora 16-3 over the Raiders. And then Wang Rovers 33-0 lead North Albury.
No, Cora were playing the Raiders. They're playing 2 games.
What did I say? They're 16-3 over the Albury Tigers, not the Raiders.
Just like to pick up on a few little bits and bobs.
It's not like you, is it, mate?
Call me a wanker, Winky. Here we go, run
I've
away.
called you worse, Blake.
You have in the second quarter, all thanks to Jacobino.
Okay, Willie Wheeler wrapped up in the centre by Miotto. Man in green to take it again as Blake Escott and David Wink just eye each other off here across the box. Here's Wheeler. And he sends it in a high one. Now winding up at the back, McKenna. He just dropped it. McPherson going after it. And Fraser was with him. Ferguson, gee, this is turning into a good game. Oh, you can just feel this being close today, Bobby.
Charlie McKenna dropped a car, Bobby J.
Yeah.
He was higher than Joe Cocker, wasn't he, boys? He was. He's a talent, that's for sure.
Okay, here we go. From the stoppage. Gribben. Del Bosco under pressure, got it out. Miotto, he's gone here. How did he dispose of that umpire? Here's East.
No idea.
Yeah, Harrington. And now he's being hemmed in, so he's going to switch the footy out to the Burley Road side. A lot of pressure on Calvin. Goes after it. Finlay. Oh.
Free kick for a hold, Lukey.
Yeah, they get out of trouble here, Blake.
It was a real Speculative switch from Harrington. And anyway, they win a free kick, Myrtle for deep in defence. We play just over a minute, second term for Jacob Hino here on O&M Live. Brady Sharp. 9-9 down the line. A lot of air under this football. Gribben got Falcon on the back of the scone as the boundary line wins out over there on the far side. Bobby J will head down to the boundary for Avis Wangaratta.
Yeah, I went and had a look at the man in question, Charlie McKenna at quarter time. He's a real athletic build, really strong, and you know, he looks like he could cover the ground quite well through the midfield as well. So, yeah, he plays that high forward role really, really well, and he looks like he's side by side with Leroy right now.
Boundary throw in. Hunter Frontfelder. Good hand pass to Willie Wheeler, who gets around a couple of tacklers, bites off an aggressive kick, and Harrington goes back with serious courage. Takes a wonderful intercept mark for the Saints. Options in the middle of the ground everywhere. Finds Calvin. He can get it and go if he likes. Takes a step. Likes a lead from Big Riley Smith, and the kick was up to the challenge. The space, the kick, that is a team all on the same page, Bobby J.
Yeah, Riley Calvin, he's good by foot, and he looks like he's playing a little bit further up the ground than he normally across his half-back line, but that was a perfect kick, and you can't give this guy an inch. He's fairly quick for a big fella, and he's got the stickiest fingers, and we all know how good a finisher he is.
So Riley Smith, who's already got one, and he's got 20 for the year. 10 goals in his last 3 games. If you're including the one he kicked today, that's 11-4. He is in some serious form, the big boy. Kick on the way is just a little to the right. He didn't mind it, but the umpire disagreed, a minor score. So the Saints 15, Yarrawonga 9. It's an even goal. 3 minutes played for Club Mulwala in the second term.
Irvine, full-back position. Lake Mulwala in for the Pigeons. Oh, that's a wide one. Out on the full. So the Saints are going to come back in. Well, big mistake from Nick. Harrington stabs it back inside 50. Oh, well done by Nick to mop up his own mistake and take the mark. Back in the D50 for the Hoops. Players congregating on the broadcast side. Grant's going to get a run of it. Got front spot. Wilson squeezes the ball out. Here's Maraca, though, for the Saints to Curtis. Fires it out to McPherson. They come right back to true centre-half back, and Brady Sharp kicks it over the top to Calvin. Backward of centre wing. Burley Road side. Down the line he goes to Lockie Murphydale. So they move this footy well inside 50 now. Smith got hands to it. Fraunfelder, though, out the front to Fothergill and on to Jakes.
He caught one around the schnoz. Did Archie Jakes. A free kick. He just made him earn it, Riley Calvin. Oh, is it 50 as well, Bobby?
There's a Murderford play down.
No, it looks like Whooper Irvine's down behind play, so that's a 50-metre penalty from where the ball is.
Knee.
Nah, he's holding his knee.
Yeah, he went down. He hasn't got up since that contest.
He's in a lot of pain.
So there's a 50-metre penalty here for something, then. I'm not sure.
No idea why. I can only think it maybe was from that
it was
spoil on Archie Jakes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, come on, Whooper.
Yeah, that doesn't look good for Whooper Irvine. Anyway, Yarrawonga has a free kick inside the centre square. Pops it up towards Fraser. Good fist from behind from McPherson. Saints at the fall of the footy. East's hand pass was intercepted. Elliott's kick goes inside 50 just. Fraser was grabbed without the football. Tackle, dispossessed. Finlay goes with a bump. Willie Wheeler will show some class. Kicks it into the pocket. Lee Williams on a searching lead. Grab without the football. Umpire says play on. Williams just skies it in the air about 5 metres. Who can grab a clean footy here? Curtis can. And his kick is a beauty to Maraca. Has to juggle this football. Clears defence here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Riley's pick up in the centre wing was a beauty. But his kick, though, might be intercepted by Whooper Irvine, who's made a miraculous recovery for the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Urquhart goes by hand in the middle of the ground. Wheeler grabbed up by Miotto on a big crunching tackle. And the umpire says holding the ball. A free kick to Myrtleford to leave 15-9 here in the second quarter for Jacob Hino.
Yeah, so Irvine's on a very slow walk to the bench, and he found himself in the path of the footy, so he had to make the most of it, Nick. Now here's Miotto, centre wing for the Saints, and just lobs it down forward. Smith at the back, bounces out the back of the pack. Forge, nice work from Zach, on to Fraunfelder. This is Bailey, left foot, 40-metre kick right out wide. Look at that, finding Jakes. Now they're on the Burley Road side, down the line to Finlay, couldn't mark it. Brady Sharp over the top, Curtis to McPherson. Out wide to Brady again. Short ball to Calvin. 14 playing 9 here. Saints up over the Pigeons. Thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. Truan, long ball into the pocket. Ball bouncing towards the chalk. Out of bounds at the Lake Mulwala ends.
Geez, they're hanging near the other Yarrawonga. They're just getting their hand in at the right place and making sure they stay in the contest for as long as they can until they get the ball on their terms. They're trying really, really hard. I just hope they didn't spend too many petrol tickets doing that.
We'll get to Winky soon for some 40 winks we've played about.
I think that scoreboard's wrong over here too, Panda.
It is. 6 minutes here in the second quarter. Flying shot on goal from the Saints is across the face for a minor score.
Our screen is correct.
It is 2-4-16 Myrtleford to Yarrawonga 1-3-9 in the second quarter for Jacob Hino. We'll get to Winky now for some 40 winkies.
Yeah, Willie Wheeler still leading the way. He's up to 3 disposals already in this term, 7 for the match. He's leading the way for Yarrawonga. And then for Myrtleford, Simon Curtis up to 8 disposals, 3 in this quarter. Jackson East with 11 on the 40 wing stat sheet.
I assume Whooper's gone straight down to the rooms, Bobby J.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a breaking play to have a chance there, boys. And he's here we
We'll
go.
get back to you in a second because Riley Smith is intercepted for Myrtleford. Flying shot on goal from 50 is to the near side. So they're kicking a lot of points here, Myrtleford. 2-5-17. to Yarrawonga 1-3-9. It's an 8-point margin for Jacob Hino. Back to you, Bobby J, for Avis.
The closer Whooper got to the boundary, the better he was moving. So hopefully that's a better sign. As he got off the ground, he got into a little bit of a jog. So hopefully that's a good sign for Yarrawonga supporters.
Working up towards the 8-minute mark in the second term for Jacob Hino.
Only 3 goals, Lukey.
Yeah, that's it, Panda. So not much scoring at all. To state the bleeding obvious at this stage, Bobby, I feel like the cleanest footy team is going to win today.
I think you're right there, yeah, and I think Yarra want it dirty. So that's the state of play at the moment. Yeah, Myrtleford want to get the ball on their terms and play free-flowing, open footy, which you can tell when they get the ball on a wing. They want to change lanes and get it across the other side as quick as they can to get a good entry, whereas Yarrawonga, they're happy to play dirty for a little bit.
Bob Jackson for Avis Wangaratta, boundary side. Gribben, Wilson, try to break through, got it on his boot. And well done by Jake Riley, receives it back, and then left foot towards half forward. Truan off his boot. Jakes went in, ball back on the turf. Here's East, off to Truan. They'll kick a goal here. Jack lines up and spears it through. So the Saints get their third, 23 plays 9. They just edge away here on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, just working the way forward with the footy, not in true Myrtleford clean style. They just dirtied it forward. And what I mean by dirty is Yarrawonga are just doing enough to upset the kicks and getting a hand in there to get the ball on the ground and not allow Myrtleford to have free run of the footy and free run of the ground. So they're doing really well there in that sense. Yarrawonga to stay in touch, but Myrtleford, they'll find a way to move the ball forward and find a player in space.
7 inside 50s to 1 in this second term already. 17 for the match to 9. Myrtleford lead that stat quite comfortably.
Well, this sounds strange here, but if Myrtleford kick the next goal, it's going to take a lot for Yarrawonga, I reckon, Bobby. It's just looked hard at every stage today.
You're dead right. Everything Yarrawonga's doing at the moment is hard and tough and dirty, whereas Myrtleford, you can just sense they're not far away from breaking it open. So Yarrawonga got to try really hard to get things on their terms quick, smart.
14-point the lead. A little mini break here for the Saints, who have, fair to say, owned most parts of this game. Fothergill dispossessed. Maraka's been tough in the contest, swung around and got a little boot to it as Wilson's kick goes as far as Strapikas, left the football behind. Coming through with pace is my man, Reece Grant. Inside forward 50. Truan playing in front. Oh, his pocket was picked by Blake Keens. He thought he'd done enough to mark it. And Yarrawonga rebound out of defence. Far side of the ground, the Burley Road side has been marked by Fothergill on true centre wing. He waits for his options to present. It's pretty stagnant forward of the footy. So he pops it over the top. Asks a lot of his teammate there in Zach Fraser. Still 2 or 3 kicks from home here, Yarrawonga. He arcs around, chips it towards a teammate. It wasn't a great kick. Asked a lot of Willie Wheeler, who was tackled straight away. And sort of summing up Yarrawonga's second term for Jacob Hino at the moment. Ball up, 2 kicks from home. Edge of the square, 23 plays 9. Myrtleford in control for Jacob Hino.
Yeah, the Pigeons haven't kicked a goal since the 3.5-minute mark of this game. They kicked the first and haven't kicked one since. Here's Urquhart trying to weave through, gets one along the ground. Watson trying to take control of the footy up against Bren. And then Donovan came in. Watson wins it back for the Pigeons. Floating ball to the 50. Wallace taken down by Harry Wheeler. And we will have a stoppage. So 23 plays 9. Saints up over the Pigeons on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Gone 11 in the second term for Club Mile Whaler. Nick Fothergill fires it in. They need one here, the Pigeons. Williams couldn't take it. Grant picks it up, shovels it out. And then Wallace taken down. The umpire's going to take it. 25 out from goal here at the southern end. We'll have a stoppage. And another ball up. Wallace in trouble.
Yeah, Reece Grant was absolutely clobbered by Lee Williams. Did you see that too, Bobby J?
Yeah, the boss has got that in him, hasn't he? He sort of, once he gets wound up, we want to be anywhere in your road.
It was clean and fair, a genuine hip and shoulder. It was get out of my way from Big Leroy to have another boundary thrown inside 50.
Last time we were here, Bobby.
Yes, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, Leroy got Xavier Allison like that about 5 times during the game.
Turbo, I think that was a week before he had a week off, so he earned his strip to broom, put it that way.
Boundary throw in, deep in attack for Yarrawonga, a rare inside 50. Maraka's been super clean in the contest. Got a clearing handball, only as far as Cam Wilson, who was tackled. That's got to be holding the ball, yep. He tried to break past 2 tackles. He got to his feet after breaking through the first, and then was then tackled by Gribben. And a free kick for holding the ball. 23 plays 9. The only goal this second quarter coming via Jack Trewin at the 8th minute mark. Riley Smith coming up to meet the football. Gorman wrapped up, and we have a stoppage to the left of the centre square. Just forward to centre here for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Sorry, the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Doing a lot of defending for Jacob Hino. It's a free kick to Tommy Goodwin. He could be holding the Jacks crackers here, Tommy Goodwin. Looks to be a little bit of pain.
It's gone against him.
Oh, okay. That is strange. I thought that was a free kick to Tom Goodwin.
Ruck raffle.
And it's in the end, it's a free kick to Gribben for a block. And Myrtleford Saints way. Harrington switches onto Brady Sharp. Myrtleford in control by 14 points for CMV Truck and Bus.
And Brady tried to get Calvin on the outer side. Missed him. Jake's going in to swoop on the footy. Now he's taken in, held up. What's the umpire going to say here? He'll ball it up. So smack bang on true centre wing, Burleigh Road side. 3-5-23. The Saints up over the Pigeons 1-3-9. And we're in the second term. Blake Escott, David Wink, Bob Jackson and Luke Francis on O&M Live. 102.1 Edge FM. Second half of the split round, round 13. Jakes down the line. Fisted away. East out wide to Banks on the boot. Down towards centre wing. Bren bounced over his head. Urquhart on the boot. Gee, they desperately need a goal, the Pigeons. They just can't work it inside 50 and find a mark. Here's Calvin, true centre half back, ducked around casually. Now here's Riccardi, a long way from home, swings around, loops it over the top to Harrington. Can they find a target inside 50? Centre and kicks a beauty. Oh, gee, going back with the fly to the footy was Jakes, the young man. He's only slight. Now there's a 50 against the Pigeons. Wow, against Ben Coghill, and Sharp's going to take the kick, Bobby.
I reckon that was for a push into the contest, and there's a quick back chat or obscene language, and they quickly reacted to that, the umpires, and brought him all the way back to the line.
Beautifully summed up by Bob Jackson for Avis Wangaratta. So Ben Coghill pushed a player into the contest. Sharp, in the meantime, kicks another goal, Riley. That's his second. So 29 playing 9. Danger signs here. They lead by 20, the Tricolours, David Wink.
They certainly do, and 8 inside 50s to 2 in this second term, really showing their dominance in this quarter. They seem to be just running on top of the ground, and I think Panda might have been you that said it earlier. Everything the Yarrawonga Pigeons do, it just looks hard. Every contest they win, it looks hard, and they're just trying to struggle through it and battle on, where the Murderford guys can get on top and run and get an inside field 50 and mark.
What's the other closest game for Everton Farm Supplies, Winky? Quick around the grounder.
Wodonga Raiders 20 to Wang Magpies 36.
So all the other games must be
not worth talking about.
Margins. There's a free kick for an off-the-ball incident here on Nick Ferguson. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I reckon he was impeded with high, Bobby J.
Yeah, just slipped a little bit higher in body contact, so nothing untoward there.
He goes short to Damon Harrington. I reckon he's been super today for Myrtleford. A lot of the footy. He is a metres gained player in today's modern football, Bobby J, isn't he?
Yeah, with leg speed, and he's a prodigious kick of the footy as well.
Hugs this one down the wing. Riley Smith had 3 to beat. He has given away a free kick. No, he hasn't. He's got a free kick for a hold, so all the little wins going to way of Myrtleford here. Smith into the pocket looking for Truan. Keane's over the top with a fist. East is there, trying to keep the football in and runs out of room. And a boundary throw in on the paint of the 50 for favouring the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who have kicked the only 2 goals, Bobby J, in this second quarter.
Yeah, Winky hit the nail on the head there a little bit. Everything Yarra is doing is really hard work. When was the last time they had a passage to play where they kicked 3 or 4 straightforward passes together?
16 minutes played for Club Mulwala in this second quarter, as the boundary line wins out on true centre wing once again. We'll go to David Wink for some 40 winks.
Yeah, again, it's all Murderford. They're just dominating their midfielders. Jackson East, Simon Curtis and Ashley McPherson all getting their hands on the ball, having plenty of disposals.
Yarrawonga, about 260 k's northeast of Melbourne, on the banks of the Murray River, which is just behind us here at JC Low Oval. Here's Cy Banks to Riccardi, to Harrington. Nicely worked from the Saints, and they fire it inside 50. Lake Mulwala in, bouncing. Cogill going back. Truan overran it. Keanes gets it out to Hunter Frauenfelder. Good mark from Fothergill. So they're working it down the Burleigh Road side. They head in towards Urquhart, who takes the mark. He's trying his heart out, Jordan. So 29 playing 9. The Saints with a handy lead here over the Pigeons. We're going 17.5 thanks to Club Mulwala. Second term, Calvin takes the mark. Back to a centre wing. Now they want to edge in towards the corridor, and Mitch Del Bosco into the heart of JC Low Oval, and Riley Smith to half forward, and they pick up Brent.
They do. Declan Brent, off 3 goals last week, kicks to centre half forward, looking for Cy Banks, drop the football. The players pile in, and we'll have a ball up just in between the paint of the square and the 50. So Mert with the only 2 goals in this second quarter. Yarrawonga in 5th position. Myrtleford holding on to 3rd. They can go a game clear of Wodonga if they win today. Willie Wheeler bangs it on the boot to centre half forward. Leroy's the only target there. Big Lee Williams. Myrtleford got a bad bounce. Backs it on and pounces on towards the football. It's flicked up from Bailey Frauenfelder, who can Joe the Goose over the top to McKenna, and he's going to kick Yarrawonga's second. Eventually, they get one. That's Charlie's second, and that is the first goal that Yarrawonga have kicked in about 45 minutes, Bobby J.
Yeah, and it was hard work, wasn't it? It was a scrappy kick from a stoppage from Wheeler to make the problem 50 metres down the ground for one of his teammates, but a little bit of fortunate bounce and a bit of luck there that are involved in that goal. But they've got to take whatever they can get Yarrawonga at the moment, and to get themselves A, back in the game, and B, get some football on their own terms. They just still can't string a passage of play together long enough to gain confidence with their ball movement.
Yeah, they're playing pretty poor footy at the moment, the Pigeons. Are you giving that credit to the Saints, Bobby?
Yes, 100%. There's a lot of pressure on the footy, but they're just not. You got to deal with that. You got to find ways to control the footy. You have a look at when Myrtleford get the ball on the far side, they change lanes just to get confidence out of controlling the footy for 4 or 5 possessions.
So they trail by 14 points. Here's Ferguson sitting under the footy and takes it.
It's a free kick to McKenna here for a push out.
Yeah, good call, Panda. That is exactly the same as what happened down the other end of the ground.
Well, this guy is proving a real handful, Charlie McKenna. So I think he's got 26 for the year. Lays it off to Bailey Frauenfelder. So this is interesting. This would put them back within 8 points, Bobby.
Yeah, as I said before, they've had three good possessions there, and they're having a shot on goal. It's no rocket science, but geez, McKenna, he's electric, isn't he? He's a bums-on-seat player, isn't he?
Yeah, well, this would really give them a lift. And by gee, they need it, because they've had a pretty disappointing half of footy. The Hoops, I think it's fair to say.
I find strange that they could be 8 points down here, Lukey.
Yep. Bailey Frauenfelder, 35 out, 45-degree angle, southern end. Must kick it for the Hoops. Slow approach. He's got it. Look at him go, Bailey. He loves it, doesn't he, Wink? Turn your mic on, Wink.
That's just what they need. I'll jump in there, Wink, and save you, brother. That's Basil's your man, Winky, in his celebration. He went straight to you and said, how better that young fella, and he's just the man to keep the energy moving forward. I love him forward to the footy. A little bit of polish on the ball. He backs up my argument in regards to having some clean footy moving forward. And as strange as it sounds, like you said, Panda, they're hanging in here by the skin of their teeth, Yarra. They're just hanging in here.
You said it perfectly, Bobby. Him going forward of the footy instead of across half back gives them that extra energy and an extra lock target up for because he's dangerous in front of the ball.
Like I just said, it's a bit of an injustice to Myrtleford, I reckon. They're only 8 points in front of you. But that's the game
footy.
of AFL footy. It's a funny game, Luke Francis.
It is. It is.
It is a funny game. 29 plays 21. So Yarrawonga with the last two. They go forward once again through big Jack Elliott. Fothergill with a clever tap. Frontfelder might kick 2 in a row. Gets a hand pass to Willie Wheeler, who just fell over. Gives it back to Basil. Flying shot from 50. Curtis playing in front of Finlay. Finlay resting forward. Did he get pushed in the back? Umpire says no. Ball up.
Good umpiring.
To the right of the point post. Deep in the pocket here for Yarrawonga, and all of a sudden they got their tails up. 21 minutes played for Club Mulwala. Sharp doing the ruck work down to Del Bosco. Had an arm free. Got rid of it in a nick of time. The boundary line wins out once again. Deep in attack here for Yarrawonga.
Winky, what would your man Basil done if he kicked 2 in a minute?
He would still be running around the oval.
He would have done a nudie run in the river, I reckon, out the back of JC Low Oval. Boundary throw in. Wilson lurking. Here's Fothergill. Can he be clean? Gets around a tackler. Left foot snap towards goal. It's across the face. It bounces across for a boundary throw in. Or is it out of bounds on the full?
Geez, they've got some energy right now, Yarra. They need to pounce while they're hot, don't they? They've got the ball right where they need it, and they've got some real pizzazz about them.
So they're just trying to figure out whether it's gone out on the full here or it bounced.
It wasn't even close to out on the full.
I don't think so either.
It's going to be a boundary throw-in by the young man. 29 plays 21. Myrtleford lead by 8 points. 2 goals apiece here in the second quarter for Jacob Hino. Here's Lukey Francis for the Wing Pump Shop.
Boundary umpire, pitchforks are back into play. Fothergill, he had a swoop on it. Here's Calvin dishing it out to Riccardi. So the Saints about to drive it out of defensive 50. Burley Road side. It's going to be coming back in. Here's Gorman. So we're gone 23. Second term for Club Mulwala. And pack forming. Sharp got a hand to it. Urquhart, geez, had his hands on the footy. Gives his all for the Pigeons. And he's taken down. 45 out from home. Umpire about to send it up again. Sun shining down on JC Low Oval. Here's Gribben. Nice tap to Riccardi. They worked that too easily out of defensive 50 on this occasion. It's going to be coming back in again though. Watson with the footy. So here's Ollie. Smack bang in the centre of JC Low Oval. Fraser's there. Curtis over the top. Banks, he's gone. Oh, wow. This is huge, Bobby, this shot on goal.
That was a fantastic young Finlay. He just does all the little things that no other teammates or other buddy likes to do. Yeah, he tackles, he bumps, he grinds, he tags, and he needs to reward himself, young fella. The fella from the Bush Pigs, he needs to get it through and say, rightio, I'm not only a tagger, I can hurt you the other way as well.
He was just asleep at the wheel then, Cybanks, wasn't he?
This would cut it back to a 2-point margin. So for all of the Saints' domination, the Hoops could be within a kick on the eve of half-time. Max Finlay, 35 out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, listen to the Pigeons crowd here. So Max puts it through. It's a 2-point margin.
Nice. A little bit of dire straits. Mark Knopfler at his best, but Maxi Finlay, that's Yarrawonga, as we said, Winky, they're just hanging in there doing all the dirty work. They're not pretty by all means. They're just hanging there every contest. It's contest by contest, and they're giving themselves a shot. They're 2 points behind at halftime. Who would have thought?
Well, that's what they are. They're a contest team, but they've got this burst of energy in the last 6 or 7 minutes. It sort of seems like it's come from nowhere, and they've got this forward-front wave going on, and the last 5 minutes has been unreal from the Pigeons.
It's funny what a goal can do for a team's confidence and fortunes. 20 points they trailed about 5 minutes ago. Now it's back to 2 points. Jack Elliott heaves it wide looking for Donovan. He kicks it towards McKenna, who has been the live wire alongside Frontfelder. That was a genuine throw. That was like the Harlem Globetrotters that Luke Francis watched in Ballarat last week. He picked the ball up and he threw it forward and gave away a free kick to Myrtleford, who switched the football to the grandstand side. Harrington has been the pace setter for Myrtleford today. Left foot kick out wide, bounces in front of Del Bosco, has to sit.
Geez.
Williams was going to absolutely put him in the next week. Brady Sharp dummies around one with a real ankle breaker on Harry Wheeler. Kicks down the line, but good mark by Zach Forge, who's played pretty much every game for Yarrawonga this year. His kick is, no, that is not out of bounds on the full. That is marked right on the paint by Ollie Watson, who showed before he's a penetrating kick. Kicks to half forward. Finlay trying to climb the mountain. Pushed off the football was Del Bosco. Got pinged in the back. And it's a free kick. Oh, and then Mitchy Del Bosco picks him up and shoves him over his shoulder. And Harry Wheel is trying to suplex him. WWE UFC style here on O&M Live. And Del Bosco goes short to Damon Harrington. I haven't seen that before, Bobby Joe.
For good reason, Blake.
That's almost a sin bin in the rugby league. Anyway.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want to get in between Harry Wheeler and Mitchy Del Bosco.
No, that is not a lolly I would not like to pounce on. Funny times here on O&M Live, and Yarrawonga kicked the last 3 goals of that second quarter, and they trail by just 2 points at half-time. 4-5-29 Myrtleford. Yarrawonga 4-3-27. Stay with us. Our half-time show for Maccas is on the other side of this. This is O&M Live on Edge FM and Snapprint Solutions TV. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
the Murray at Yarrawonga, where we've got a bit of an arm wrestle on a sun-bathed day here in the halftime show here, brought to you by Macca's. And we have the Yarrawonga Pigeons trailing by 2 points at halftime, 4-5 to 4-3 against the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And my co-host David Wink, we just spoke off air for a little bit and we asked each other what we made of it. And we're going to have to spend the next 10 minutes trying to work out and decipher what we just saw, Dave, because we saw one side desperate to stay in the game and the other side really wanting to break the game open. And what we saw was the byproduct of that was a pretty lackluster / ordinary game of footy.
Yeah, it's been a weird game up until that last sort of, 6 minutes of play there. Yarrawonga looked out. Well, not out of it because it was only sort of a couple of goals, but Yarrawonga just didn't. Everything they were doing looked hard, and it was just almost. We were almost just waiting for Murderford to bang 3 quick goals on and sort of put it at arm's length and just sort of sit there for the rest of the game. But it went the opposite way. Yarrawonga held in the contest. They got a goal out the back, a bit of luck through young Charlie McKenna. Then Basil Frauenfelder put one through the sticks about 45 seconds later, and then all of a sudden they got a bit of confidence and they're up and running.
Yeah, well, we saw passage of play in the first quarter where they're able to move the ball freely and move the ball well, and for some reason they didn't either A, get the opportunity to do that through Myrtleford's pressure, or B, went away from that style of play and found themselves in a bit of a hang-on, stay in this game situation where they tackle for their lives and they deflected the ball in flight and they spoiled whenever they could. They did a lot of things that took a lot of energy to stay in the game, and that energy turned into positive energy, as you said, late in that quarter with 3 late goals. Yeah, and I mean, it's good for us. We get a game that's they've kicked 3 quick goals and they're back in, and it's 2 points at half time. So it's stoked for us. But I can't help think that Yarrawonga would want to do things a little bit easier. But as we were just saying, Bob, it's almost how they have to play, try and just take the sting out of the game, like what Michael Gibbons said to you at quarter time. Take the sting out of the game, control the footy by kicking and marking the ball and slowing the pace of the game down, because if it's sort of out wide and open and it's sort of, play on, Murderford will run over the top of anyone. That's all well and good wanting to stay in the game, but gee whiz, I can't help it, they're burning some petrol tickets doing that. You want to go through some team stats? I dare say a lot of the negative stats would stand out for you. Well, Yarrawonga actually leads the Senate clearance at 6-3, which I was a bit surprised by. But the inside 50s is what sort of stood out. It was early on in that second term, it was 8-1 for. Yeah. I think that might have been about 8 or 9 minutes into the second term, but they sort of got it back. And in that second term, Yarrawonga ended up being sort of 8-6 in that second term for inside 50s. So they wrestled back momentum in that back half of the quarter, but sort of similar thing in the first quarter. But sort of one side had momentum early and then it changed and the other side sort of got a bit of a run on. We've only had eight goals. You want to go through the goal scorers and some individual stats while you're flying there, mate? I can help you out with the individual goal scorers. Yeah, you go the goals, Bobby, and I'll tell you some stats. For Yarrawonga, we've got young Charlie McKenna, who's a real live way. He's kicked 1 in each of the quarters, so he's got 2 for the game. And then we've got 1 to Basil Frauenfelder, who threatened to lighten it up late in that second quarter, and also Maxi Finlay, the stopper / forward presence in that side, that forward 50. He's kicked the 1. So 2 to McKenna, 1 to Frauenfelder, and 1 to Finlay. As for the Saints, we had Riley Sharp kick 1 in each of the first 2 quarters with 2. Riley Smith with the 1. He's had 4 shots on goal, so he's threatening at the scoreboard. And Jack Truan had a really nice running goal there in the second quarter, running into an open goal. He certainly did. And then for Yarrawonga, the leading disposal winners, Willie Wheeler with 9, followed by Nick Fothergill. He's got 8. Harry Wheeler with 7, and then Zachy Fraser with 5. Just hasn't seen a lot of the pill yet. Zachy just obviously coming back from injury, had a good couple of weeks back from injury, but maybe that long layoff is just starting to fatigue him a little bit with the sun out and not being able to, probably not being match fitness at this stage. But I expect him to get amongst in the second half. He's a star. And then for Murderford, Jackson East, 12 disposals. Only had the 3 touches in that second term, so was well held there by the Pigeons.
And then Simon Curtis, Asher McPherson, Mitchie Del Bosco, all with 8 disposals. And then Riley Smith with 7 and a couple of goals.
What we are dealing with here is the halftime show with brought to you by Macca's. We might go around the grounds there, Winky. I might just get you to get your screen up there. We'll go around the grounds for Everton Farm Supplies, where we've got 3 other games going on around the Ovens and Murray Footy League.
Well, all I can say, Bob, is I'm glad we're calling this one because Wang Rovers lead North Albury 8 goals 7-55 to 1 goal 1-7 over North Albury. Your man Nathan Cooper with 3 goals in that contest.
Mr. Cooper.
Cora Rutherglen lead 2 goals 4-16. Lead Albury 0 goals 3. So 16-3 at half time. I can
see Gussie McLeod absolutely going troppo there at Albury Sports Ground.
Yes, I don't know how much they'd be able to polish that one. Interesting, Jed Longmire's down here is kicking a goal for Cora. Played at Sydney VFL yesterday. Played Friday night. So interesting that he's lined up for Cora today. And then Wang Magpies, 10 goals 7, 67 lead the Raiders, 3 goals 3. Aidan Tilley with a couple of goals in that one. And then, of course, this one here, 29, 4 goals 5, 29. Murderford lead the Pigeons, 4 goals 3, 27.
Yeah, that's those 2 Wangaratta sides, the Rovers and Magpies respectively. They've got an opportunity to make a real mess of North Albury and Raiders today on a beautiful day. Yeah, they either put the foot down and really put some pressure on the opposition, or they put the cue in the rack and say, right, let's man manage going forward. Whereas Albury, well, their season's teetering on going from worse to worser, isn't it? Really, with only 3 points being kicked in a half of football on a perfect day to play football. Yeah, the frustrations are only growing and growing at the Albury Sports Ground in Wodonga Place, Albury, isn't it?
Well, and when you combine that with the fact that they kicked 1 goal only 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago in a game of footy, not just a half. They got 3 points at half time. They 1 goal a couple of weeks ago. Haven't kicked a goal till half time. Well, I think we've said plenty on the Albury Tigers throughout the year, and I just don't know where they go at the moment. I think that it's almost at that point where they just got to get to the end of the year and reset. And with the coaching appointments they've made in Snipper and is it Chris Hyde? No, not Chris Hyde. Who's the other co-coach? Garthy, Snip, and whoever the other one is. They'll reset, and I'm sure they'll bounce back.
Garthy.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, Snipper, Hyde, and Garthy.
Yeah, it is Hyde. Yeah.
So we got a half. We've got 3/4 time score in the AFL where Port Adelaide are at home to the Fremantle Dockers. It's the Dockers leading 12-8, 80 to 9-7, 61 at 3/4 time there at the Adelaide Oval in Adelaide. As we just try and forecast ahead, Winky, as we halftime show for Macca's, we just want to see how much tinkering Yarrawonga can do. I see they moved Basil forward of the footy late in that second quarter. What other manoeuvres can he sort of string together to really put some pressure, scoreboard pressure on Murderford? Now that they're back in the game and back basically on even terms, what other levers can he pull?
I think that Basil Fromfrader forward is one that I would like to see, at least in this third term, to see sort of how it unfolds. But they're with Whooper Irvine going down, they may need to pull that trigger and send Basil back.
And Funky, there's some frustration in him walking from the coach's box to the change rooms. He picked off a few of the blokes there at halftime. I think he would really want to get the troops back and get that free ball moving. Right, we have to wrap it up there, Winky, as Yarrawonga come back onto the field. That's been your half-time show for McDonald's. As we take a break, and we'll be coming back to the JC Lowe for the second half of the Yarrawonga-Murderford clash.
Join the crew at Macca's today. Visit Apply.
Righto, gentlemen, let's settle in for another magnificent game of
Let's have a look, shall we?
Half. Yep. Cora will lead by 72 points.
S&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Of that second term, meaning the margin is now 2 points. Blake Penderecka with you, Lukey Francis. You got David Dawson-Wink, and of course Bobby Jackson down on the boundary for Avis Wangaratta as well. What do you think happens in this second half, Bobby J? To Myrtleford run away with it, or do Yarrawonga get the advantage going their way?
I just hope that Yarrawonga haven't spent a lot of petrol just staying in the game, because it could end up a blowout. But if they've managed this beautifully, then they've got every opportunity to get back into it.
We're underway here in the third quarter, all thanks to Albury Wodonga MG. Maraka, been one of Myrtleford's best today. Running after the football, McPherson was tripped or kicking in danger. That is a genuine raffle. It's going to be a free kick for a kicking in danger here to Harry Wheeler. It could have quite easily been a trip the other way. He goes short here to Willie Wheeler, who plays on inside forward 50. McKenna in the Dukes. A perfect kick, a perfect lead, and he will line up for the first goal inside 35 seconds.
Wowee. That was a sensational kick, first and foremost, but the mark, geez, that was Ben Kennedy, like the way he sort of moved and outstretched his arm and took to mark there. McKenna. Oh, someone's been decked behind play.
Yeah, Nick Fothergill just got dropped.
McKenna doesn't care. He kicks 3. The kick is a beauty from Charlie McKenna. What a 4 or 5 week block he's having for Yarrawonga, and the margin is now in favour of the Pigeons by 4 points.
He's a potential superstar, young McKenna, isn't he? He's got all the attributes of a flying half forward, small forward, mid forward, and that was a great passage to play from Yarrawonga, and that's the sort of stuff that we spoke about at half time. If they just get some clean footy and some space, they may be dangerous.
You want to have a look at the moves that Luke Francis has in the box right now. It's like he is at the GC back in Wangaratta, let's just say that.
David, are you able to duck into the club rooms and grab my glow sticks out of the freezer for me, please?
I have no doubt you would use glow sticks on a night out, Luke Francis.
Oh, yes. Here's Willie Wheeler off to Cam Wilson. Right boot up in the air towards centre wing on the far side. Look at Jakes getting up high. The Pigeons on the move again. He's gone. Just got his kick away. Ferguson going back. McKenna comes charging out. Grant's with him. McKenna dives on the footy. Ferguson in there. Players pile on, umpire to take it. Yeah, McKenna's now kicked 27 goals for the year, so he's been a real live wire and a fine for the Pigeons. Here's Elliott and Gribben down in front, ball across the chalk. Oh, McPherson's gone through the fence.
Wheeler's given away a free kick, I reckon, for a push in the back.
Yeah.
And he's pointed the wrong way. That was really silly and quite dangerous, actually, from Harry Wheeler.
Yeah, the old picket fence, has come down. Just on the edge of the 50. Oh, gee, McPherson was looking at a dangerous switch. He decided against it. Goes long down the Burley Road side. Over the back, bouncing ball. Gribben. Short hand pass to East. Left foot hooks it around his body. Riccardi. Now he can control the footy here, Brodie, if he can pick it up. Gets it now. Swings around. Gets back onto the left. Down the line he goes with a 25-metre kick. Here's Bran. Ducking around Forge. He won't beat him. Forge brought him down. Bouncing ball. Play goes on. Smith.
Murphy-Dale.
Whistle.
Yeah, Murphy-Dale just gave away a high free kick to Cam Wilson.
Okay, and Cam with the footy. Defensive 50 for the Pigeons.
So Cam Wilson, who's now just going the full Bic Razor. I really like it too, Cam. He's given up all hope. Goes out wide. Ball lands on the wing. Over this football is Gribben. Jake Riley just keeps the footy and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, Cam Wilson's membership to the Ball Club got a rubber stamp during the week, and the committee's very happy with his look, and we're happy to have him on board.
I knew Cam was a 16-year-old, and there wasn't much going on up top then, so he's joined the club, Bobby J.
We're happy to have him.
Lucky he can play footy because he's a star, is Cam Wilson. Boundary throw in, far side of the ground. Yarrawonga with the first goal inside 45 seconds to grab the lead since the first quarter. It's a free kick for a holding the ball here. It's against young Archie Jakes, and it's going to go to Simon Curtis, who's a penetrating kick of the Sharon. He gives it off to a running man who has to now kick off a step into the pocket, sharp with the front position. Gorman floats back and takes a wonderful mark for Yarrawonga. He is growing in stature as Tommy Gorman in defence. He goes short. Out of defence, getting pushed in the back was Williams. Umpire says play on. Onto this football at the back is Riley to just drop his knees. Nah, high free kick. It's a free kick to Myrtleford out on the far wing and Jake Riley.
Pigeons lead by 4 points on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We've just started a third term. We've gone 4.5 for Club Mulwala. Here's Del Bosco. He's brought down by Willie Wheeler. Pigeons, now who have they got forward of the footy here? Zach Fraser searching for it. He's running back with the fly to the footy. Ball's gone out in the pocket. Club Mulwala ends.
Gee, they blew a chance then, Bobby. The kick from Wheeler was a shocker. They had 2 or 3 out.
You could see what he was trying to do. They had 3-on-1. Finlay, Fraser, and it might have been Basil, the other one. Gee whiz, they just rued that, didn't they? And of all people, Wheeler, like the tackle was just a trademark Wheeler, just, I'm cranky, get out of my way, you're going to cop it sort of tackle, wasn't it?
So, for 2 really good footy teams in the O&M, it hasn't been attractive footy, Bobby.
No, it certainly hasn't. And Yeah, they've sort of been dragged into the trenches a little bit, Myrtleford, haven't they, by the way Yarrawonga's gone about it, and now Yarrawonga's coming out the other side and playing some really good footy.
Bob Jackson for Avis Wangaratta, Gribben and Williams. Here's Wilson, and handball's low. Gribben picks it off to McPherson, off to East, left foot down the line, over the head of Riley Smith. Now here's Forge, he just gets it, and there's thumps it down there. Pack goes up, good mark from Jakes. Now he's 50 out, he's gone back with his back turned to goal, which is never a good look.
Turns it around now, Lukey.
Yeah. He's a prodigious left footer, Lukey, and kicks the ball a long way. How good is it for Yarrawonga to see guys like McKenna, Forge, and now this young man, Jake, stepping up in the start of this third quarter and really play a role in getting Yarrawonga in front?
He's really got some talent, this kid. He's only slight, but he knows how to find the footy. He latches onto it. It's going close.
Free for a hold, Lee Williams.
Wow. Okay. So they have a chance here to extend the lead to 10 points. So the Saints going through a lull here, Bobby.
Oh, the veteran played it beautifully there, didn't he, Pandy? You saw it off to the left. He just backed into the contact and played it beautifully, the wily old veteran, and he'll go around the corner here.
Margin out to 10. Hoops up. They lead the Saints here in the third term. We're gone 7 for Club Mulwala.
Well, this it's Lee Williams. Oh no, Basil's just been dropped. He's got another free kick here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
So is that another free kick, is it, Bobby J?
It looks as though it is, gents.
Yeah, and 50 metres too.
Oh, Winky's man's turned it on here.
David Wink's all over this.
They've lost the plot a little bit here, the Saints. So the margin's going to be 15 points.
Have you listened to Leroy's song?
What is it? It's the cricket tune. It's the Channel 9 cricket tune from Lee Williams.
Yeah, Leroy had that, and then Willie Wheeler's got the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So as they're trying to search for the Sharon here.
Yeah, Leroy kicked it into Mulwala.
So without a Sharon, the margin's at 10 points, and there's a secondary free kick here to Yarrawonga at the top of the goal square. I'd like to see Tommy Lockhart kick a beautiful drop punt here. Look at him go. Good ball drop, Tommy. Oh, he's laced out Basil.
My info's correct. Tommy Lockhart did some good work up at Tumbarumba.
And Yarrawonga are doing some very good work now. And all of a sudden, they trail by 20 points. Midway through the second quarter, they now lead by 35. Bobby J, by 15.
Oh, not again.
They lead by 15. It's a 35-point turnaround, rather.
Have they kicked 6 straight, Panda?
5 straight.
It's 5 straight. Yep, it is too.
They've kicked the last 2 they've kicked their 6 straight.
It is. I think it is 6.
You're right.
It's 6. They've kicked the last 6 goals of the game, and a good pick up there, Luke. These Yarrawonga, they've held in as long as they possibly could, and now they're putting the foot down.
Yeah, well, this is an odd game of footy. I think the Pigeons would be first ones to admit it. It hasn't looked great, but I tell you what, they've been effective. Here's Gribben, here's Elliott on the boot. They send it forward again. So they're just doing what they have to try and edge in front. Williams down low, head over the footy, good football. And the umpire's going to take it in. So, hello, it's on now. So they weren't happy with the attention on Williams. Ferguson at the bottom. Umpire about to send it up to try and break up the congestion down there. Here he goes. Up in the air now. Gribben, Williams fell to ground. Miotto, left foot, rolling ball. And now Hunter Fraunfelder just tapped it. Miotto, this is heading towards the chalk, out of bounds. So 70 from home, Lake Mulwala end. At the moment, the Pigeons lead 7-3-45 to Myrtleford's 4-5-29 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard.
We've played 9 minutes in the third quarter for Club Mulwala. They trail by 20 points. Yarrawonga at the 14th minute mark of the second term. They now lead by 16 points, 6 in a row in about a quarter of football. And here they go again through Jakes. He could have blazed away, but he checked the kick beautifully at the last minute to Bailey Fraunfelder, who will kick from a couple of metres inside the boundary. He'll kick this from 48 metres in front of a big contingent of Yarrawonga fans out there on the far side. Bobby J, you just watch this man if this sails through.
Oh, this is Winky's man. What's his odds of Winky?
Yeah, this is Basil. This is Basil Fraunfelder all over. Right side for the left footer. Anyone leading who thinks Basil's going to kick the ball to them is kidding themselves. he's going to put this through and turn around to those 2006 Premiership players.
He's kicked 2 this game.
Look at him.
The kick is through for a point. He was winding up my man Basil.
He was halfway through his routine, wasn't he, Panda? He was ready to roll.
The margin is 17 points, 7-4-46. Myrtleford 4-5-29. Yarrawonga are doing all the scoring in the third quarter for Orbit-Onga MG.
Yeah, he was just busting a few moves in front of the mirror before Bobby J heads out on a Saturday night on the Parketry.
That were the days.
Certainly were at Bar 96.
Yep.
Here's Urquhart. Jordan with the footy.
Completely different game now, Lukey.
It is. Here's Jordan, and he thumps it in there. Now Williams down there on a one-on-one. Brady Sharp just swipes at it. Ball rolls out in the pocket. Okay, Mr. David Wink, how are our inside 50s on that 40-wing stat sheet?
Well, that's the 7th time Yarrawonga's gone inside 50 this quarter. They'd only been inside 50 14 times in the first half, so already up to 7. Murderford only gone inside twice this third term.
That's impressive work from you, David. There's Griven.
How's that not a free kick?
To Watson. Ollie goes wide. Now Blake Keane sitting under it, takes the mark. So they're just winning the territory battle at the moment, Bobby, the Pigeons.
They certainly are, and they're setting up really well behind the footy as well. The experienced campaigners, along with the youngsters, are going along for the ride here, and they look irrepressible, don't they, the Yarrawonga Pigeons? They look really, really good here. They can blow this game apart if they play it right.
Yeah, they can sniff blood here in this third quarter. Into the pocket they go. Playing in front there and bringing it to the ground was Urquhart. McKenna tied up against the boundary. Snapping and going! Oh, he runs away with the high knees, young McKenna. He's got 4. The Pigeons have 7 in a row. And all of a sudden, the margin's out to 23 points.
Oh, my Lord, this kid's got some spunk, hasn't he? He plays on the edge. He's a high-flying forward with a great finishing skills, and boy, oh boy, that was a classy finish. And a little bit of Basil in that celebration too. So Basil's sprinkling his magic dust in that forward 50 the last half of the second quarter and the first half of the third quarter.
The 7 inside 50s, 3 goals. They'd only kicked 4 for the match at half time. They've kicked 3 already in this third term. Really effective as they're going inside forward 50 so far in this second half.
Yeah, well, Charlie McKenna is just a thorn in the Saints' side at the current time. He is a real pest. Here's Smith, right foot. Bran need a major out of this. Declan, that's a nice kick, beautiful. Good work, and he goes into Riley Sharp.
To state the obvious here, boys, Sharpie needs to go back and put this over the umpire's hat and get the Murderford Saints back in the game and get some composure about them and get the game back on their terms to a certain degree and get back in the game.
That's it. So he's got 2 on the board, Riley. This one from a 45-degree angle, just adjacent to our broadcast spot, southern end. So this afternoon, he's got the weight of the Saints' fortunes in his hands. That one's going across the face, a goal in the pocket. Bren got up. Banks, right foot. He's got it. So they're certainly not done with yet, the Tricolours. 52 plays 35. Pigeons up over the Saints on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard.
Yeah, that breaks a run of 7 goals by the Yarrawonga Pigeons. By a goal by Cy Banks, who found himself in a hell of a lot of space, so close to goal. And in the end, it was a nice composed finish by Cy. And that's the goal that the Murderford Saints need to break this flow of pigeon surge. So that was very much well wanted.
Yeah, it certainly was, and that 4 inside 50s in this third term. They managed to get a goal against a run of play, but they need Simon Curtis 3 touches. Jackson East only had 3 touches in that second term. Needs to get his hands on the ball if the Saints are going to run over the top of the Pigeons.
It's their first goal since the 14th minute mark of the second term, Myrtleford, and it's just come at the 13th minute mark of the third quarter for Orbit-Onga MG. They've been under the pump, and here they go again. Fothergill out the front of the stoppage, into the leading lane of Jakes. In fact, it was Fraser who crunched his opponent. Made Jared Wallace really earn that. Got his head clobbered, Jared Wallace. He's going to go short to Miotto. So the margin's at 17 points. Yarrawonga in front. They trail by 20. Kick 7 on the trot. And Myrtleford just broke that run of 7 then. Here's Declan Brent. He's got a handball receive in Wallace. A high up and under to half forward. Riley Smith, I have no idea here. A man that big can be all on his own. Marks just outside 50. Pops it over the top. 2 players could have raffled it. And Ashton McPherson marks in front of Truan. And he will go back for Myrtleford's Sixth goal of the game, and they can bring the margin back to 11 points.
Yeah, Riley Smith, he showed his running capacity there in that passage of play, and he burned off Big Jackie Elliott, and that's why he found the space, Panda. He really turned on the Jets and found himself in a nice little pocket of space there, and his foot skills inside 50 were immaculate. Absolutely love this guy and how he goes about it, Ashton McPherson, averaging 22 touches for the year. Kick on the way is really important, and it's through the big sticks from Ashton McPherson, and the margin's back to 11 points for the Murdoch. No, it's not. It's a point. Am I watching a different game? Hit the stick, big fella.
Ah, right. It must have hit the inside of the stick, Bobby J, did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 5-6-36 Myrtleford to 8-4-52. Yarrawonga lead by 16 points. Lukey?
They do. And off now to Hunter Fraunfelder. He's blown it off the side of the boots of the Saints. They're going to get the footy. They're in possession on centre wing, broadcast side through Wallace. Now the Pigeons have got back and they've stacked up their defensive stocks. They've gone one-on-one here. Now Wallace, that's a wide ball, very wide.
No, this is good umpiring.
Yeah.
So Tommy Lockhart has said that ball was touched. He was right there on the line, but the young man has said it's out of bounds on the full. So I reckon what will happen here is this will be out of bounds.
We've got 4 umpires trying to work this one out.
And it'll be thrown back in. That's the right decision. Yep.
55 out from goal, southern end. Boundary umpire with the pill. 52 plays 36. Pigeons up over the Saints at J. Low Oval. Round 13. Here we go. Elliott. And just slams it out of the contest on the boot. Look at the race after this. Williams taps it to the advantage of Finlay. Goes in, swoops on it. Off to McKenna. He's got 4 on the board. Straightens up. This will be 5. He's got 5, Charlie. He's got a handful. And that's brought the house down here at J. Low Oval. A Sunjan goal of the day.
Did you see the downhill running and the forward running? The Yarrawonga Pigeons there, the big fella, the old boss, the coach was leading the way. Leroy got out in front, tapped the ball out in front of his young stars in Finlay and young
McKenna.
Sorry, McKenna, I'm just distracted by some stuff that's going on here to the left of me, but McKenna, wow, what a finish. He's a star, boys.
You're distracted down there, Bobby. You don't have Luke Francis doing the disco lightning dance up in the box.
That'll make an Instagram reel.
No,
but you are spot on. Lee Williams' work rate then was absolutely fantastic to get that play and then to put the block on so young Charlie McKenna could get a bit of space and a brilliant finish.
Margin back out to 23 points. Lee Williams completely got rid of his opponent then with one of the great pushes. It was fair. We just showed his size.
Too big.
It was like Shrek and Donkey.
Be careful.
Willie Wheeler out of the stoppage. Inside 50, good mark. In fact, just outside 50. Max Finlay, who's got some aerial presence, likes a lead from McKenna again into the pocket. In fact, it's Wilson. And it sails over the line for a boundary throw-in. Deep in attack for Yarrawonga, who have kicked in this third quarter 5-1. And they lead by 23 points at the 19th minute mark for Club Mulwala. Third quarter for Orbadonga MG. Toss back into play. Williams doing the ruck work inside 50. Wheeler, clever in the stoppage. Wilson likewise, looking for Hunter Fraunfelder, who got rid of his opponent. Then he's got tackled by Sharp. It was a good tackle by Brady Sharp. And we'll have a ball up, or boundary throw in. Take your pick. Deep in attack here for Yarrawonga.
Blake Escott calling for the Wang pump shot. David Wink on the 40 Wink stats. And Bobby Jackson downstairs for Avis Wang. There's Damon Harrington farmeling, ball out of bounds. So at the moment, if you've just joined us on O&M Live, it is the Pigeons 9-4-58, leading the Saints 5-6-36. Beautiful day in Yarrawonga. As we said, on the banks of the Murray, it's probably, I reckon, 100 metres away, Panda, behind us.
Yep.
That's
cold, very cold, Lukey.
That's how close it is. Fraser swoops on the footy. Finlay, in fact, it was McKenna going down low. Saints win it away, though. Maraca on to Harrington. Here they come, the tricolours. Ordinary kick through the middle of the ground. Gorman and Cogill. Ben slams it forward. Saints back there. Mark nearly taken by Donovan. Look at them going in for the pill. Del Bosco. Stakes are high here for the 4 points. Williams comes out. Clever tap to Fraunfelder. Holding the footy. Saints win it, defensive 50.
It was either going to be a holding the ball free kick or a free for a hold in the end. It's a free kick to Myrtleford. Great kick down the height, a little to Curtis. On to Calvin, the runner. This kick has to be perfect. It is. Truan marks in the middle of the ground. He went to hand pass that off.
No.
He went to hand pass it off. That should be play on. Very lucky here for Myrtleford and Jack Truan. To the right of the centre circle. Goes short about 15 metres. Finds Damon Harrington. He goes short to Curtis. Kick had to be perfect. It was. Inside the centre square here, Simon Curtis. He plays on, kicks it into the pocket, looking for Jackson East. Gets to the front. He had no right to mark it. Oh, he wasn't paid the mark. I thought he got it on the double juggle. Jackson East. Umpire Ash Broughton said no sirree. And we'll ball the footy up inside 50 here for Myrtleford. Smith doing the ruck work. Bren ripped off the football. Secondary stoppage in the same position. 58 Yarrawonga, 36 Myrtleford at the 21st minute mark for Club Mulwala.
Yeah, the tensions are high here. You can just start to feel the pressure at JC Low Oval, Bobby.
Yeah, you're right. All the energies with Yarrawonga at the moment. Myrtleford are just holding on for dear life, just waiting to see some opportunities to get back into the game, and yeah, there'll be opportunities. They just got to hang in there.
25 out from goal, southern end. Now, players tear in. Smith has got it. And he's wrapped up by Hunter Formfelder. Man in green to take it again. Okay, that was the voice of Craig Miller down there, coach of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Ball hacked out of the back line. Umpire's in a lot of trouble behind play here, David Wink.
Yeah, Ashbourne has not really moved.
Yeah, so I think he's clutching his lower back. So
they need to stop the game.
Maraca, they are now
stopping it now
into Baxter Donovan. So
I missed that, boys. I didn't see that.
It was young Zach Forge. He backed back, did Ash Broughton, and Forge just come the other way. It wasn't all that much contact, but he just wasn't expecting it. He should be right, Ash Broughton.
So he's back on his feet. So all is okay. 58 playing 36. Pigeons up over the Saints. Here's Maraca. Stabs it forward. Jakes takes the mark. Pigeons hold up.
Here's Jakes.
Been good.
Yeah, really good Archie Jakes. The under-18 interleague captain goes out wide. Far Burley Road side of the ground. In short to Wheeler. Onto his brother Harry, who got caught from behind by Banks. Great tackle by Cy Banks, who's kicked the Myrtleford's only goal in this third quarter, providing a bit of run and spark. He gets a 1-2 from Riley. Inboard hand pass to Reece Grant, who goes by hand to Maraca. Hand pass Arcelotta Miotto has to go and win the football. Gives it back to Maraca. Chips the ball to centre half forward, looking for Murphy Dale. Backing back here was Forge. Picking it up was Bren. Kicking towards the top of the goal square. A bouncing ball to Coquille. And he rushes it across the line for a minor score. Myrtleford moved to 5 goals, 7-37. To Yarrawonga, 9-4-58. 21 points the margin for Harvey Norman betting. 23 played for Club Mulwala, third quarter, Winky.
Yarrawonga's pressure has gone through the roof in this third term. They are all over Myrtleford, and Myrtleford can't get their running handball game going.
Yeah, it's been a heavily contested game. Here's Nick Fothergill. Fullback position for the Hoops. At JC Low Oval on their home turf. Harrington charges out. Ball's gone out of bounds. 55 around from home. How do you see it panning out at this stage, Bobby? Can either of these two teams, can the Saints peg their way back, or do you think the Pigeons will continue on their merry way?
It's almost as if Yarrawonga's got the energy off the energy they've spent, if that makes sense. Like they're attacking. Here we go, inside 50 for Myrtleford.
Yeah, Harrington, bouncing ball, 15 out.
And what I mean by that, Luke, is they're attacking on the footy and attack with the ball in hand. He's ferocious, and they're getting energy off the back of that. So they're really high at the moment, energy-wise, and they're Myrtleford are just hanging on at the moment.
What you haven't been able to say about a Myrtleford side for 2 years is they just can't score at the moment. They've only kicked 5 goals, and we're almost at three-quarter time. Urquhart took a really important mark.
He's played a good game, this guy.
Really good game, yep. In defence for Yarrawonga. He's going to go short with a stab kick. Finds Finlay, likewise, has had some really important moments for Yarrawonga. He's a good size, Maxi. Called to play on. You heard the kick throw effects, Mike. It's turned over, though, Calvin for the Saints on centre wing. Inboard kick to Murphy Dale. Can he get it and go here? They've switched the football. Riccardi's got about 15 minutes on his opponent. Short ball into the pocket to Brent. Good switch. Opened up the fat side of the JC Low Oval, and Bren will line up for the most important kick of the game. 45 out, 45-degree angle.
Called it beautifully there, Panda. They just looking for some space, and that switch into the middle of the ground, and Yarrawonga just caught napping just a little bit across the half-back line there, and the space opened up for Lockie Murphy-Dale and passed to his partner in crime in Brody Riccardi, and then the forward 50 was basically open for the forwards to lead into.
So Declan Bren kicked 3 goals before the bye against the Raiders. This is such an important kick for Myrtleford. Kick on the way, looks pretty good. It's straight through the middle. And Myrtleford have 2 of the last 3 goals. Margin back to 15 points here on O&M Live for Harvey Norman betting.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Declan Bren, fantastic finisher. And he's starting to become a bit of a goal kicker as well. He's got a nice straight kick on him. I think he kicked, as you said, 3 goals a couple of weeks ago, but he also kicked a couple of goals earlier in the season up at Myrtleford in a game where the team needed him. And it's safe to say the team needs a little spark at the moment. Maybe Declan Bren's the man.
He's kicked 8 goals for the year now with that one, Bobby J. And it's just someone who can kick a goal a game. He's only played the 6 senior games, but someone who can kick a goal a game is so valuable to have in your forward half.
Yeah, the old line, hey, don't go anywhere. We're in for a cracking final term. Here's Wilson. Left foot, it's a wide ball going down towards the 50 for the Pigeons. Fothergill up against Grant. Nick swings it back through the hands off Fraser. Was that touched? I think it was. Ball back at bootlace level. They wrestle for it, and the umpire will take it in. So 58 plays 43. The Pigeons up over the Saints here at JC Low Oval. This quarter for Aubrey Wodonga MG. Ball up again in the pocket. Smith, Grant. Smith goes again. Harry Wheeler pinches it. Wilson on the boot, centering kick. Ferguson, good mark.
Great mark.
For the Saints, and they hold up again in defence.
And Mawson's concrete mark of the day. Oh, he's turned it over to Archie Jakes, who marks, and he turns it over. They have kicked it straight to each other on 2 occasions, Jakes and Ferguson. And Ferguson goes out wide to the far wing. Myrtleford moved the footy to half forward. Good body work here by Murphy-Dale, who can run and go. He takes the bounce. He might take a second. He steadies from 40 and kicks a point.
Oh.
Disappointing finish from Murphy-Dale. It was touched on the line and it's through for a minor score. Myrtleford blow a chance. 6-8-44 to 9-4-58. 14 points the margin for Harvey Norman betting.
I think he was just running too fast in the end, Bobby.
Yeah, a problem you and I, Luke, never had when we played footy, mate. Never had.
Neither. All Winky. I think all 4 of us.
And my legs went fast, just not very far.
Oh, it's more of an explosive type.
Oh.
Down towards the flank here. Here's Ferguson, Bren, and then Harrington. Keane sits out the back for the Pigeons. He's cramping. And now Blake short. And he picks up Jordan Urquhart. Gee, this man's played a game. I reckon in the first half, when there wasn't much going on for the Pigeons, this guy really stood tall. And he goes up towards half forward. Elliott through his hands. Ferguson off the ground. Ball rolling over the chalk. So they've still got this lead, the Pigeons. It's a handy one. 9-4-58 to 6-8-44, thanks to Harvey Norman betting.
We've gone 28 minutes for Club Mile Whaler, so 3/4 time. Just moments away here at the JC Low Oval in a quarter dominated by Yarrawonga. 5 goals to 2. Trailed at the first change, the second change, but they will now take a lead into the final one. And we're all set for a big term. 3rd versus 5th. So much on the line here on O&M Live. Boundary throw in on true centre wing in front of the grandstand here at the JC Low Oval.
Those, you got to roll up too, those. Those that roll up.
Myrtleford bench barking some orders down below. Smith's able to grab that out of the ruck. East with a metre or so on his opponent. Swings it down the line, and Fraser, Lukey Francis's man, marks it on true centre wing here for Yarrawonga.
What have you got, Lockie?
Just a quick one, boys. It looks like Whooper Irvine's actually on crutches down here with a compression bandage on his knee.
You just hope that it isn't the worst for Yarrawonga because they've already got a couple of ACLs. So Urquhart marks again into the pocket. Good kick and finds Max Finlay, who has proved to be a thorn in Myrtleford's side forward today alongside McKenna. And Max Finlay will line up to bridge that margin back out to 20 points right on 3/4 time.
He started the day tagging Simon Curtis, and I still think he's got that run with roll. It might be just a little bit loose of a tagging roll, but He's had 3 or 4 shots on goal, Winky, from memory, and this is he's lined up for his second.
He has.
He's been outstanding.
He can bop up and kick a goal normally. He's kicked 7 for the year in the 11 matches. So he can bop up and hit the scoreboard, Maxie.
So Max Finlay, big kick here in the context of this ball game on O&M Live. The kick on the way is beautiful. It's straight through the middle from Maxi. That's his second, and the margin on the eve of three-quarter time is back out to 20 points.
I think he's going to be a favourite of yours, purely off the back of this song, Lukey Francis, an old Dire Straits classic, and Mark Knopfler just leading the way out the front. But Maxi Finlay, I mean, it's
Maxi Knopfler.
Maxi Knopfler.
You're in Dire Straits down there.
Yeah. I'm just excited by the way they're playing this second half. Boy,
beautiful.
It's been irrepressible, hasn't it? They've really come out and played a brand of footy that they needed to play to go toe-to-toe with this Milford Saints, and they're playing some good footy, Yarrawonga.
It certainly has, and it's led by the two Wheeler brothers. Willie with 7 disposals in this third term, Harry with 6.
Yeah, and it was kicked into Finlay by that man, Jordan Urquhart. He has had a wonderful afternoon for the Hoops, so I can't help but feel he's probably not been best on for them.
Yeah, good call, Lukey. He's been sensational, hasn't he?
Yep. Okay, there's three-quarter time at JC Low Oval, and at the moment, the visiting team, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, have the job ahead of them. It is the Pigeons, 10-4-64, leading the Saints 6-8-44. We're in for a wonderful final term on O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
The JCLO Oval, where Yarrawonga have turned around a 2-point halftime deficit to lead by 20 points at the final change. 10-4-64 to Myrtleford, 6-8-44. Panda, Bobby J, David Wink and Luke Francis with you as we head to Winky for our Premix King quarters best in the third term. Wink?
Yeah, for Yarrawonga, it was young Charlie McKenna. I thought he lit it up in that third term, along with Jordan Urquhart. Luke, you mentioned him through that third term. He's had a really solid game, but I thought he stood up in that third term as well. And then over for the Myrtleford Saints, thought Damien Harrington's running carry has been good all day too. And then Riley Smith, when they got a little bit of momentum, it was when he went into the middle of the ground and got the ball moving Myrtleford's way.
Might go around the grounds quickly if we can too for Everton Farm Supplies, David Wink. I'll put you on the spot a little bit, but I know that it's the closest game is between Albury and Corowa, where I think Corowa held a 3-goal lead at three-quarter time.
The app is telling me it's 3-16 still, Blake, so I don't know why. But it's not refreshing on my end. Do you have an up?
No, it's not refreshing. I just checked the live stream.
Oh, well, there you go. That's all I can give you, unless you want scores from about halfway through the second quarter.
Yes, so Wangaratta lead 92-55 over the Raiders. Rovers are demolishing North Albury 83-19. And as I said before, Corowa led by 18 points at three-quarter time over the Albury Tigers, and we have a 20-point margin here between Yarrawonga and Myrtleford. It's 75-56, a 19-point lead to Corowa over the Albury Tigers at the moment at the Albury Sports Ground. Bobby J, this three-quarter time address has been very long from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints.
Yes, I'm just snuggling here beside Brad Murray, assistant coach, mate. Funky kept him in a little bit longer, mate. A little bit of frustration by the coach.
Yeah, a little frustrated, a bit of undiscipline, a few things let us down. So as we suspected at half-time that the Yale were going to lift their physicality, and they did, and we didn't quite go with them. So
it affected your ball movement a bit, didn't it, the way they sort of stopped at the source?
They did, and they put a couple behind the footy. We just played into their hands a bit, so we just need to be a bit smarter. We've got blokes in through the centre, so we need to use them, and yeah, obviously just lift our physical work rate and see what we can do this quarter.
Expecting a response by the boys?
Oh, I hope so, 100%, yeah.
Best luck, mate, thank you.
Brad Murray, of course, inducted into the Hall of Fame on Wednesday night. The Myrtleford superstar, quite the resume, Lukey Francis, for Brad Murray.
Yeah.
A Sandful best and fairest, I think a Waffle best and fairest, a Myrtleford best and fairest. He just plucked him out of his bum wherever he went, Bobby J, didn't he, Brad Murray?
Yeah, he was a superstar, out-and-out superstar, and a ripping fella as well, and he always gives me time at the breaks when I come near him, so he's fantastic.
Here we go. Lukey Francis is getting us underway for KFC in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Pigeons by 4 goals. Here's Wilson. Cam on the boot, down towards half forward. Wallace in pursuit of the Sharon, going back. So towards Fraser. Might have caught one high. Bailey Fraunfeller breaks away, and he gets the crowd going. Look at this. Look at Bailey. Oh, he's hot for trot. He gets the opening one of the final term, and the Pigeons break away 70-44.
Just the start the Pigeons wanted. On the other hand, not the start the Myrtleford wanted. It was a bit of a reserved, calculated Funky Miller at the three-quarter time, and he'd be really disappointed with that break from the centre. But I mean, to spark up the crowd is Basil, and he's certainly done that with a classy finish.
Well, I had a look at that clock when he kicked that. It was about 14 seconds.
Yep, 21. I had it.
There's not too many times where that happens so quickly out of the centre clearance.
3 goals to Basil, 5 to McKenna, and a couple to Maxi Finlay. They've been some trio. Here come Myrtleford out of the centre.
Oh.
Ashton McPherson with a long one towards goal. It shapes back. It's through. The instant reply from the young gun from Myrtleford. Frontfelder at one end, McPherson at the other, and the margin is back where we started at three-quarter time, 20 points.
Have you still got that clock going, Winky? Oh, I don't think we've touched over. We just touched over a minute.
That's some response. straight away from Ashton McPherson.
It's a big roost. A big roost of the footy.
He's lighting it up. He's having a terrific season, Ashton McPherson. He's going to be one that needs to spark up here in the fourth quarter, and Murderford are going to come over the top.
Okay. 70 plays 50. Pigeons up over the Saints. Here we go again. Back in the centre. Damon Harrington feigning. Going back towards the Burley Road side.
He can
finds
play.
Mitch Del Bosco in front of Jakes. And Del Bosco angles back to East. So they hold possession. And they shift to Sharon. Turned over. Urquhart going back with it. Oh, Saints supporters not happy. So Jordan Urquhart has been so good in this game. Round 13 for the Pigeons. Now Bailey Fromfelder's out here. He's going for him now. Ferguson floats back and takes the mark. Well read. Saints have it through Curtis. They've got a free man in Smith. Gets him now. Centre wing. Burley Road side to East. Now the next one's the one. Now Truan leads for him. East ignores him. Jackson with the footy. Low. So they work it to Ashton McPherson. He pops it up. Who have they got back here? Oh, good fist to it from Cogill. They spin it out the back to Sharp. And now Jake Riley, left foot, goes for home. It's across the face. So it's back to a 19-point margin. Pigeons up 70-51.
I just feel like this game's got a couple of levers, Bobby J. It's teased us all day, and it's just starting to open up now.
It's got that stench about it, hasn't it, Panda? Yeah, Murderford are desperate. Yarrawonga still want to play a good brand of footy, so we're going to be in for a good little 10, 15-minute patch here.
So Yarrawonga, their time to defend now. Of course, this opening last quarter started with a bang inside the first minute with goals to each side. Fothergill goes really wide as Wilson marks right on the paint. Cam Wilson deep in defence for the Pigeons. 3 minutes played for Club Mulwala, fourth quarter for KFC. That's where we'll be heading straight after this. Straight through the drive-through for a three-piece feed and a bit of potato and gravy. Banks around the corner, onto Maraca. Left-hand hand pass finds Jackson East. Off a step with a high one. Sharp, was he held? No. Well done, Gorman. Tom Gorman with a wonderful Mawson's concrete mark of the day. He has had some good moments down there, Bobby J, in defence for the Pigeons.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Riley Smith, he had a really good start to the game, but I think the last 2.5 quarters, I think Big Tommy's has had a really good day. This is the best game I've seen him play.
So is this guy, Lukey.
Oh, Jordan Urquhart, he has been everywhere. And sends it down towards centre wing. Williams front spot, fisted away. Del Bosco tried to dish it out the side. Willie Wheeler pinched the footy. Now he's in trouble. Got brought down. Maraca spins it back towards the middle. Fromfelder is about to pick up the Sharon. Spits it out the back to Williams. Over the top to Forge. Back out the back. And then Watson sends it out wide towards Jake's territory. Miotto's been quiet today to Harrington. And then gets around Forge. The Saints on the move towards half forward. Something's happened in back play.
Lockie Miotto's just... he put one on Archie Jakes and then he put one on Basil Fromfelder too.
It's been reported.
Yeah, he's going to get carded here. Is he going in the book here? Or is he just being reported? Is he carded or reported? He's going in the book. So Miotto has given away a free kick off the ball. And let's see how this happens here. If he's going in the book, Winky, is that a yellow card?
If he gets reported, but I don't know if it was it's not worthy of a yellow card.
Surely not.
I didn't see it, boys. I was watching the flow of the footy, so I missed it, I'm going to be honest.
It's off camera, so it's off camera, so it won't be captured either.
Well, what I saw was they tangled in the contest. Archie Jakes tackled Lockie Miotto a little bit late. Lockie pushed him, they got up, had a bit of a push and shove, and then Lockie Miotto sort of pushed him, and Jakes went to ground, and then Basil Fromfelder went at him, and he got pushed to the ground as well.
Why is this taking so long?
No idea. So he's been yellow carded. Deary me. Deary me. It's disappointing for Myrtle, for they're going to be one down for the next 15 minutes of playing time. So right down 5 minutes, David Wink. 5 minutes, so they will be a play down for 15 minutes of playing time.
I just heard in our special effects mic there, Funky Miller said, look, we need to sort this board out again. So he's obviously spent a fair bit of time hovering over the board because we are 2 rotations down now. So I'm not sure. There must be an injured player sitting on the bench.
I know we've spoken about it a fair bit this year, but that's not...
No, it's not a reportable offence.
The
so
punishment is so harsh.
That's taken an absolute age to sort that out.
Anyway, Lukey, over to you, my friend, for the Wang Pump Shop.
Yep. Okay, so back to 19 points. The Pigeons lead. Let's have a look. Hunter Fraunfelder sends it in for the Pigeons. Pack goes up. Urquhart from the back. Ball back on the turf. And this one's going to be held up. So 35 out from goal, southern end. Umpire takes it. Lot of numbers at the contest. Both Saints and Pigeons. Coming through, Ashton McPherson taken. Wheeler on the boot. Willie goes for home. It's wide. It's wide. It's bouncing. It's out in the pocket. The Saints. So a bit of niggle between Fraser and also Jake Riley. They want to go on with it. Not much going on there. Boundary thrown in the pocket, Panda.
Absolutely. So just repeating that Lockie Miotto has been yellow carded. And he will spend 15 minutes of playing time off the ground. Riley Smith had to get a hand pass to that. He grabbed it out of the ruck and got tackled. Del Bosco kicks it out to the far wing. Sharp having to do some defending. So Myrtleford with 17 on the ground. Can they cause a major upset here? They're undermanned. Maraka, his hand pass intercepted, but Bren shovels it forward out of mid-air for Myrtleford. They have no one forward of the footy. Truan with a 1-2. This would be some goal if they can make something of this. On to Harrington. Has to balk back and then kick it into the pocket. On a lead is Bren. Had to take the mark. Wasn't able to. Now Cogill's under pressure for Yarrawonga. He taps it towards the boundary line. And Myrtleford have it up their end of the ground. They trail 70-51. 19-point margin at the 8th minute mark for Club Mulwala. 4th term for KFC.
Well, you're absolutely right, Panda. Bren just had to mark that. Damon Harrington did everything right. They had no numbers forward of the footy, so he ducked back to buy themselves a bit of time, and then Bren dropped it. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Jakes out wide, Burley Road side. Fothergill takes the mark backward as centre wing. So they're in control, the Pigeons, and they're going to be terribly hard to run down from here, Bobby.
Yeah, it's a situation that Myrtleford didn't want to find themselves in, especially one man down, 19, best part of 20 points down. They need to conserve energy but not burn too much as well and not give away too many points on the board, if that makes sense, because if they burn too much energy and stay in the game, they haven't got enough energy to get over the top, if that makes sense. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
So they switch this right back. They're coming to the broadcast side now. So Hunter Fraunfelder coming out, a defensive 50. Low ball, Urquhart. He's just been magnificent. I can't sing his praises enough. Here's Jordan with the footy. So, as we said, they got the game in their hands at the moment, the Pigeons. And here's Finlay launching at it. Ferguson at the back, East to Smith, to Curtis. Low ball to centre-half back. Now, Harrington's gone here. Williams has got him. Umpire's going to take it. 70 plays 51. The Pigeons up over the Saints on the Border Switchboard scoreboard.
We'll get to Winky soon for some 40 Wink stats here in this 4th quarter. We've played 10 minutes. Yarrawonga lead by 19 points. Urquhart with a forward hand pass. Fraunfelder's kicked a couple. He's kicked 3, Basil. He's tackled. And we have a ball up just inside 50 here for the Pigeons. So tension high here in this 4th quarter. Repeating, Lockie Miotto sent off for an off-the-ball incident. No one really saw it. Willie Wheeler into the pocket to space towards Donovan. And the boundary line wins out deep in the pocket here for the Pigeons. So a goal apiece here in this 4th quarter for KFC. Yarrawonga looking to go 3 games clear of Lavington here and all but sew up the top 5. And Myrtleford, if they lose this, they'll be equal points with Wodonga. Percentage will separate 3rd and 4th. Wheeler snapping from the pocket. Shallow side. And through for 1 minus score. 11-5-71 Yarrawonga and 7-9-51 for Border Switchboards. Hello to Brendan Genvy and the crew at Border Switchboards.
Yeah, so it was a 4-goal margin at 3-quarter time. We're going 11 minutes in the final term. It is still a 4-goal margin in favour of Yarrawonga. Good, strong contest. Gribben, Gorman brought down by Maraka. And the umpire will take it in, Bobby. What's the news down there? Thanks to Wavis Wang.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a break in play. You cast your mind back to the Wang Derby, Panda, we called it, and Sam Murray's philosophy on playing a man down was moving the ball from side to side and making the opposition do a lot of unnecessary running to really burn them out in that 15 minutes. That was their first and foremost focus. Off the back of that, if you get some score off it, then you put some scoreboard pressure on them as well.
Good umpiring, I thought there. Urquhart went down leading with his head, and the umpire just elected to take it in rather than call a high tackle. There's Fothergill punching it out. Williams squeezes it to Urquhart. There he is again. Sends it inside 50. Ferguson getting back for the Saints. So they've got to get a wriggle on. They're running out of time. Here's Fraunfelder. Bailey sliding along the turf. Ferguson gets another crack at it. Jordan Urquhart. The ball escapes him. Maraca. He's got East on. Too much air in it. Fraser got a fist to it. Wins it back. Now he's gone. Yep. And the Saints will get it through East.
Jackson East with an important secondary tackle there. They switch the football. Calvin's got to get it and go. Kick is a bullet-like one in front of Murphydale. Will it sit for him? It does. He may as well go all the way, Murphydale. He takes a bounce. He checks his kick beautifully to Truan. Could have fired away there. He had frontal pressure coming towards him, and Truan will line up for a very important kick and to bring the margin back to 14 points against the tide here for Myrtleford.
Sees the game really well, doesn't he, Lockie Murphydale? That was a fantastic pass and vision into Jack, who's got a better line on goal. So, the Myrtleford definitely need this against the flow.
So he kicked one in the second quarter, did Jack Truan. This is such an important kick. Myrtleford a man down. He'll kick from 40. Not much of an angle. I reckon he's just snuck it in. He has. There's life in this game for the Saints. 8-9, 57, 11-5, 71, 14 points the margin, a man down. Can they do it, Bobby J?
Oh, there's no reason why they can't. They've got plenty of talent out there. It's just the energy levels, and I think Yarrow just trying too hard in this period of play. They just got to be a little bit more direct and not overplayed a little bit. I feel as though they're just overplaying this period of the game just a little bit. They're at their best was when they were moving the ball fast and free-flowing into space.
It's one of those ones where you can try too hard to put the scoreboard pressure on. Where, like you mentioned before, if you can just move the ball and make the opposition run around with one less man, then you're going to be better off.
We're in for a good finish on O&M Live on 102.1 Edge FM. Big kick out of the back line by Hunter Fraunfelder, bouncing ball. Now Baxter Donovan got caught behind. Well done by Harrington. Damon balances up and then sends one out to Riccardi. Off his chest. Regathers the footy, balances up, and then sends it right out wide. Good kick in the end. Bren, he dropped it. So now he's in trouble. There's two Pigeons on him. Ball back on the turf, and it's going to be held up. So 2 moments in his final quarter with Declan Bren, Panda, where he just had to mark the footy. Look, that one wasn't easy. Here's Jakes, left foot, looking for the chalk. Gee, that's a smart kick. That's exactly what they needed, the Pigeons, Bobby, just to reset.
Yeah, there was an opponent coming straight at him, and he dribbled the ball along the ground nice and low, and it was to the advantage of a teammate, but also if this teammate wasn't going to get us over the line for a restart, you called it beautifully, Luke. They're just not getting the bang for buck at the moment, Yarrawonga. They just playing a little bit safe. They've got to put this game to bed.
5 inside 50s apiece here in this fourth term. We saw Lavington last week kick plenty of goals with one man down. Murderford still a sniff in this contest.
Out of the stoppage, East goes about 20 metres, and Hunter Fraunfelder marks for Yarrawonga. Growing in stature with every senior game, the younger brother of Bailey. Kicks just inside 50, shallow entry. Williams got rid of his opponent, got 2 hands to it. Well done by McPherson to reef the football away. Goes down the far wing. Forge back into the contest. Murphydale was clean. On to Banks. Can they get it and go? Forward hand pass from Bren. Goes out wide back to Murphydale. He's got to hit a target, and he does. Ball movement elite once again from the Saints from the stoppage. And Truan is going for his 3rd goal. Exact same spot as the one he put it through about 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Almost carbon copy of the last play, wasn't it, boys? Lockie Murphydale finding some space and making a smart choice, and Jack Truan just finds some space of his own to take a mark.
So Jack Truan, we spoke before about how important his kick was. This is more important. Kick on the way. He snuck it in again.
Oh, wow.
Margin back to 8 points from Myrtleford. 3 on the trot. They're one man down, and they're coming hard here at the 15-minute mark for Club Mulwala.
It's one of those ones where, like, you just throw everything to the wind, but Lockie Murphy-Dale, 2 occasions now, has been so smart, kicking that little ball, and there's 2 marks inside forward 50 in this second term, both coming from his little chip kicks from the boundary inside to the corridor. Jake Truan goes back and kicks 2 goals. Murderford right back in it.
Okay, Bobby, don't pack up the picnic rug and thermos just yet.
I still need that thermos, mate. She's getting cold down here in the shade.
Yeah, I could imagine. Here's Smith. Look at him going in strong. Elliott, though, on the boot. Sends it forward for the Pigeons. Frauenfelder. Nui marked it. Grant. Gee, that was a good hand pass. Off to Curtis. He got swung around. Now it's going to be on here, is it? Yeah, well done. Simon kept his head.
He was going to lose it then for a second.
He was. And then he realised he had the footy. So here he goes, Simon. It's too short for Reese. He's got to go at it. He's down low. Did well there. Just to loop it over the top to Calvin, the route here. Here goes Damon Harrington. He sets sail for home. It's wide. It's bouncing. Murphy-Dale keeps it in, does he? No. Ball out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw-in. This is tight. It's interesting. We're gone 17 in the final term for Club Mulwala. At the moment, the Pigeons lead 71-63. Here's Blake Escott for the Wang Pump Shop.
17 minutes gone for Club Mulwala. Myrtleford with 3 on the trot here in this last quarter. They are a man down as well. Tigers against them. There'd be some win if they could edge back in this game. Reece Grant intercepts high up and under into the pocket. That'll bring rain. Tom Gorman over his mitts. Doing defending there is Urquhart. He dived on the football. Umpire says, I'll have it.
There is not one player in the Yarrawonga half of the ground. They're all pushed down to defend.
It's Cogill on the bottom of that pack, in fact.
They're surging, aren't they, the Saints?
They are. I can sniff an upset here as the ball eventually goes over line for a boundary throw. And Winky, what's your best at 17 minutes gone for Club Mulwala, fourth quarter for KFC?
Jackson East has been enormous. 25 for the game. He's had 8 in this 4th term. He's been on fire. Simon Curtis also with 7 in this 4th term as well.
Smith went up, got a hand to it. Murphy-Dale had a swipe at it. Ball comes out of the pack. Harrington to Del Bosco. He's going to have a pot shot on the goal. It's behind. So 71 playing 64. 7-point margin. Pigeons lead by. Gee, this has been a real battle of territory today, I feel, Bobby.
Yeah, it certainly has. It's been patches of brilliance and patches of, like you said, just a bit of an arm wrestle chess game. So, it's there for Yarra to win. They just got to learn how to put this one to bed.
Good mark by Lee Williams, and Mawson's concrete mark of the day. Contested mark down the line and worth their weight in gold. Williams goes down the wing looking for Donovan. Harry Wheeler sees this over the boundary line. Reece Grant, there wasn't too much in that.
Yeah, there was.
Well, the umpires didn't think so. They're going to toss this back into play on true centre wing. You can feel the tension in this game. 7 points in front of Yarrawonga over Myrtleford. It's the distance derby here in the Ovens and Murray. Elliott and Reece and Smith doing battle. Riley met hard by Wheeler, but Myrtleford win the all-important contest. East does not blaze away. That kick was a beauty. Finds Cy Banks, point of the square. He wants to hurry. He likes an option out wide. He goes to Riccardi. The kick was perfect to the right side of the contest. He plays on. He goes corridor inside forward 50. Curtis! Simon Curtis. If there's one man on the ground that Myrtleford want the ball in the hands of, it's Simon Curtis to put the margin back to 1 point for Myrtleford.
Simon Curtis sprinted down the middle of the ground with Max Finlay bumper barring him the whole way and then just turned at the right time and led back at the footy. That was so smart and work rate was through the roof.
They're a man down, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Simon Curtis just stabs at it, I reckon. You heard the groans over the JC Lowe Oval. You would have put that in the book every day of the week from Simon. Margin at 1 straight kick, 9-11, playing 11-5. Yarrawonga holding on here in the 4th quarter for KFC.
It's almost as if they've grown an extra leg in this time of adversity with one man down, isn't it, boys? They sort of got a burst of energy and all of a sudden they're back to playing the way that we know they can play.
Hunter Frauenfelder with the Sharon back pocket. Lake Mulwala end for the Hoops. Can they hold on the Pigeons or the Saints pinch it back from them?
I feel like Yarrawonga need another goal, Lukey.
Oh,
they don't
definitely.
look like it.
Definitely. Here's Blake Keens. Long kick out. Fraser takes the mark, so Zach's got the footy. That's exactly what they needed, just to chew a bit of time off the clock. Having said that, we've only gone 21 in the final term, so there's still a bit of footy to be played yet, thanks to Club Mulwala. Finlay got up high, Curtis. Backs to Donovan. Now here's Smith going after it. Maraca down low. Ball back on the turf. Wilson, he got brought off the footy. Players tearing in for the pill, and the umpire's going to take it here. So 71 playing 65. We get a stoppage. Man in green about to throw it aloft.
That they are for the Wang Pump Shop, fourth quarter. All thanks to KFC, one of the better KFCs in the region here in Yarrawonga. Del Bosco edges the ball down the wing. Bren was clever. Oh, Harrington just missed the football. But a great smother from Bren as Blake Keynes was about to kick the footy forward 50 metres for Yarrawonga. And it's across the line for a boundary throw right in front of Bobby Jackson for Avis Wangaratta.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Blake Keynes. His nickname has to be Lizard as well, boys. His legs are just starting to cramp up, the young fella.
Boundary throw in. Jake Riley out the back of the contest. Bren was clean at ground level, but he just turned it over. McPherson pushed his opponent under the football. Bren went off the ground and missed the Sharon completely. Smith goes over the football. Riley likewise. The Pigeons bore in over him. We'll have a stoppage, edge of the square, true centre wing. 71 plays 65. Yarra by 1 goal at the 22nd minute mark for Club Mulwala. It's going down to the wire, Lukey.
It is Blake Escott, true centre wing. Bren just gets it on the boot for the Saints, sends it forward. Oh, look at that. Guess who? Jordan Urquhart. Oh, she's going to figure so prominently in the Rebel Fitness Player of the Day, along with Charlie McKenna. If the Pigeons can get home this afternoon. Here goes Jordan out towards the broadcast side. Ferguson winding up at the back. Fraser. Willie Wheeler front spot. He's been paid the mark.
Wow.
Well done by Willie. Now Fothergill wanted it on half back. Willie goes wide and short to his brother in Harry. It's a 6-point lead to the Hoops. Oh, this is going close. Forge has just taken it inside the boundary line. You're with O&M Live on a Saturday afternoon, second half of the split round. Pigeons and the Saints, and they're stuck in a humdinger. Here's Williams over the top with Sharp. Now Fraunfelder can pounce on this, rolling towards the chalk. Smith wants it, gets it, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
Bobby J, boundary side for Avis Wangaratta.
Yeah, Yarrawonga are just trying to control the footy for a little bit and take sting out of it a little bit. And they can sense that Myrtleford's got a bit of a roll on here, so they're just trying to control the footy, get a bit of passage of play, a bit of breath back in the wind and go again.
Boundary throw in. Smith won an important ruck contest, but his kick is going to go straight back towards the boundary line. Not where Myrtleford want it. It's right in front of our commentary position here in the right half of the ground for the Yarrawonga Pigeons, who are holding on to a 1-goal lead. 71-65, repeating. Lockie Miotto sent off for Myrtleford. They're down to 17 man. McPherson was so tough. And Harry Wheeler, gee, that stiff, has given away a free kick and a 50. Free kick and a 50 against Harry Wheeler as McPherson tried to get up off the chalk, the turf rather. And McPherson, who's already kicked one long bomb in this fourth quarter, has been marched
about 23
about
metres.
32 metres. That is a short 50 if I've ever seen one. So McPherson goes long. He's going to land 30 from goal. Urquhart climbs across. It came off Jake's, I reckon, but he's taken a wonderful intercept mark and he gets a 50. A wonderful mark nonetheless from Jordan Urquhart. It has been Yarrawonga's best today, I reckon. In the absence of Whooper Irvine, who went down in the second quarter. He goes wide to Fothergill and he goes short to Fraser.
Oh, Jordan Urquhart, he has been enormous. Bobby Jackson?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there, mate. He's played some sort of game across half-back. It'd be nice to see what his intercept marks are when the stats come out on Monday.
We're going 25 for Club Mulwala in the final term, and the Pigeons lead by 6 points, and they've got possession 60 out from home at the southern end. So Nick Fothergill is going to choose some time off the clock, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is in Fothergill's range. Oh,
goes short to Fraunfelder. And won't Bailey love this situation? He'll lap it up for all it's worth. David Wink's going to enjoy this. He's right behind it here on O&M Live. What do you reckon, Wink?
This is Christmas for Winky. This is Christmas.
Bailey Fraunfelder, how many we got him down for, Pen?
3.
So this for 4. Now, if you haven't seen this guy kick a goal, he goes nuts.
Welcome to 2AY listeners who have just joined us, Lukey.
Beautiful. So here he goes, Bailey Fraunfelder, to get the Pigeons home on the left foot. He goes to the top of the goal square. Big pack flies. Fraser. Nui got taken out of it. Fothergill head over the footy. Pack forming. Umpire to take it. 20 out from home. We're gone 26 for Club Mulwala.
Maracas back on, boys.
Miotto,
sorry.
So they are back to 18 apiece on the field. Miotto was sent off at the 5th minute mark of this final quarter. He's back on the ground. And since he's been sent off, Myrtleford remarkably have kicked 3 on the trot. They trail by 26 points at the start of this last quarter. 71 playing 65. Yarrawonga holding on to a 1-goal lead. Maracca out of the stoppage. McKenna with the football. Bailey Fraunfelder snapping towards goal. Oh, Ferguson playing the goalkeeper on the last line of defence. He marks and he gets called to play on. He goes straight away. This has got to be perfect for Myrtleford. Cybanks marks. He goes down the wing. Here's the man just on the ground, Miotto. He plays on. He kicks to half forward. He's got a 2-on-1 though. Murphy Dale's the outnumber in the contest, trying to win the footy here for Myrtleford. Jared Wallace gets around a tackler, kicks down the line. Murphydale keeps the football in. On to McPherson, bananaing from the pocket. It's going to land in the goal square. Riley Smith the target. Jackson East roving, snapping and missing. Margin back to 5 points. The siren sounds and Yarrawonga win an epic here on O&M Live by 5 points. Jackson East snapped a point with 2 seconds left. And Yarrawonga hold on to win an epic by 5 points. 11-5-71 to Myrtleford 9-12-66. Wowee, Bobby J.
Great game. A great finish, Bobby. So we'll head down to Bob Jackson very shortly. He's down there.
I've got Whooper Irvine right here, mate. That would have been a good one to watch from the boundary, mate. Unfortunately, with yourself injured, but to watch the boys come over the line like that.
Yeah, it was a great win. Well, didn't love watching, but no, anyway, it is what it is.
But it's great to see a bloke like Geordie Urquhart step up and fill your shoes, basically, in that roll across half-back with some intercept marks and rebound.
Yeah, no, he's a gun. He's so underrated in the comp, I reckon. He's, important cog for our machine.
I'm heading straight there right now with a sign for the fella. He played really well today, mate. Best of luck with the recovery. Hope it's not too bad.
No, thank you. He's earned it.
So if you just joined us, Jackson East literally 2 seconds before the siren roved a footy at the front of the goal square, had a shot from 20 metres out. 9 times out of 10, I reckon Jackson East nails that, Lukey Francis. He missed it to the left and the siren sounded.
Having said that, the Pigeons deserved to win, didn't they, Panda? Like, the Saints were trying to reel them in, but I must say in that final quarter, they never quite looked like they were going to get there until that kick. But it went wayward and the Pigeons have held on. So well done to them, and they've taken the points in the second half of the split round on home turf.
Take your pick. Jordan Urquhart was epic in that second half. Charlie McKenna set the game up with 5 majors. Bailey Fraunfelder was really good for the Pigeons as well. What a game.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely sensational, boys. Absolutely sensational. I'm just trying to find number 30 in the hoops.
Yeah, good man, Bobby.
I got threatened by Gibbo. If you don't give it to Geordie Urquhart, mate, I'm on my way there. Don't you worry about it, brother.
Beautiful.
So I just got to find just got to find him. I reckon that's him there. Geordie, come here, brother.
What a game from Jordan Urquhart.
Geordie, mate. How about that? Sensational.
Yeah, unreal win, boys. Just a few men down early on, losing Doss in the warm-up, and then Whooper early on. Big Tommy Goodwin, but we pulled through.
Mate, your roll across half-back, you stepped up in the shoes of Whooper, and then Basil went up forward to fill the void up forward, mate. You were sensational today. You have to be happy with the way you sort of pulled the group together down back.
Yeah, well, I was actually playing on the wing. But, so managed to float down back a little bit and get a few intercept marks. But, the boys down back, they were under pressure. It's a really young back line down there, but they held strong against Myrtleford's big boys, and real proud of them.
You really needed this win to stake a claim for September, not just to be part of the action, but to really say you're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we do think we're a force to be reckoned with. We've still got a few boys to come back. We've been talking about it all week, beat these boys. We lost a tight one against them early on in the year, but we're still in the hunt for top 3. That's what we're aiming for, and we're going to keep pushing these last 5 weeks, and that's our aim.
Well done, young man. Well played. Good stuff.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, so if you've just joined us, Yarrawonga and Bailey Fronfelder kicked a goal inside the first 30 seconds of the last quarter, blew the margin out to 26 points. Myrtleford then...
I've just got to walk and talk with the skipper here.
Beautiful.
Hey, one of the cranky Wheeler brothers, mate. That was a fantastic effort today.
Yeah, no, it was a really good effort at the end there, having one on the bench, and we had 2 on the bench after half time and then 1 in the last. So, no, it's a really good effort by everyone. So, really pleased with that.
You really fought hard to stay in that game in that first half, and then after this half time, you really come out and played some really good footy with 6 goals in that third quarter.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We've just been building over the last month or so. So, it's sort of just coming together now, and everyone's up and about and gelling pretty good, so it's just exciting time at the moment. So yeah, just happy with that.
What was dinner time like at the Wheeler household? You 2 cranky blokes at the table. You were fighting over that last bit of bread, were you?
Oh yeah, it was probably more the eldest brother doing it honest, but no, it was good. So yeah,
get in there, skipper. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
So we'll just go back over that last quarter. As I said before, Fronfelder put Yarrawonga 26 up 30 seconds into the last quarter. McPherson then answered 40 seconds later for the Saints. Trewin then kicked 2 goals for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints to bring the margin back to 8 points. And then Myrtleford kicked a couple of behinds. And Jackson East missed one on the siren. 20 metres out, snapping around the corner to put Myrtleford in front and to give them the lead on the siren. And the siren sounded only seconds after.
Here we go.
Here you go, Yarrawonga.
Here we come.
Yarrawonga holding on to win an epic here on O&M Live, 71-66. Stay with us. Our post-game show is for Batolis on the other side of this. We'll catch up with Lee Williams and a host of others. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Join Claire.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Had a chance to draw the game with 5 seconds left. Jackson East with a kick at the top of the goal square that just sailed wide, and Yarrawonga held on to win an epic by 5 points, 71-66. Our post-game show is for Batolis here on O&M Live. Blake Pandaresca with you, Lukey Francis. We got David Wink. Bobby Jackson is downstairs waiting patiently for Lee Williams from Yarrawonga. But boy, oh boy, the game came alive in the second half, Lukey, and gee, it needed to.
Yeah, it certainly did, Panda. We had a very slow first half, but by gee, the game turned around certainly after the long break, and we got a fantastic half of footy beyond then. So we've got to go home happy, don't we, David?
We certainly do,
yeah.
Luke. We certainly do.
We were entertained at JC Lowell Oval this afternoon. A lot of us thought the Pigeons could win. They really need